Yeah, Ejike Jamal. This is the problematic safe place. Hey, pulling up to the conversation. We already know my favorite Hotep Republican, the nigga L2.
Man, this nigga EJ stay hating. L2 in the building. What's good?
L2. And y'all already know. Y'all see this familiar face. Hey, shout out to the girl Rayvn.
What's up? I'm happy to be here. It's always a pleasure.
Oh yeah. So tell me, what y'all been up to this past week?
I mean, nothing much. I mean, a lot's been going on, like politically. So I can't wait for us to talk about that.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that.
Man, I'm just living my best hot boy summer, you know.
Hot boy summer.
Go get a little tan in, a little
2019.
gym, you know, trying to live my best life.
Yeah,
you know how I do.
Hey man, but a lot has happened since we last recorded. There's been a minute, and I'm gonna make a few announcements towards the end of the episode, but we're just gonna keep shit rolling. All right. So first and foremost, all right, we missed Father's Day, so shout out to Happy Father's Day, happy to all the fathers, and I got something to say about that. Yes. Most of all, I gotta give a shout out to the homie Peabody and Cliche. They just had a kid. They just had a kid a couple days ago. All right, Peabody. Congrats. Man, he's the homie. He has the podcast Social Complex. Peabody's also a fellow, member of the, fellow colleague of the faithful black man community. Cause y'all already know
black men don't cheat.
Black men don't cheat.
We go strong, man. We go strong. I'm also a proud member, I'm gonna say, even though I'm single.
Every black man is. Black man is. Black men don't cheat unless it's a white woman.
Unless it's a white woman.
I heard about that, where if a black man cheats on a white woman, it don't count.
Yeah, because that's
really.
Yeah, that's
yes, because reparations.
That's reparation pussy. Somebody already said that.
Yes.
Oh shit, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's. Okay. Oh shit, damn, I'm mad somebody already came over.
Shout out to Charlemagne the God.
Fuck, damn, I didn't even know he said that shit. But he's honest though. That's real. Yeah, that's reparation pussy right there. All right, so it's not cheating unless it's with a white woman, because you got to think about it. All the times that black men have had their heads taken because they talked to a white girl. I even had that happen to me back in college.
What happened to you?
What?
All right, so to just take it back, all right, this is like 2010, sure, whatever, right? I was invited to a party. I was a film major, and at our school, we had a bunch of British actors that would come in, British transfer students that would come into the theater program. Anyway, my boy George, okay, he's from the UK, he told me about this party that was happening. All right, we're like, cool. All right, so it was me, my other black filmmaker friend, and this white dude that's also part of our program. We went over to this party. We go to the party. First thing we see in the living room is a fucking Confederate flag. Right there.
Red flag number one,
so
pun intended.
Of course, all the niggas, we looking at each other like, yo, we out. But I don't think the British kids understood the significance of the Confederate flag. Yeah. So my boy George, he's over here like...
Then why do they even have it in the first place?
What you mean?
Because if they're British kids coming over here, like, why do you have a Confederate flag?
Oh,
like,
no, it wasn't their place.
Oh, because I was like, wait.
Yeah. These were friends of theirs. Ooh. And by the way, they were all white, too.
Of course.
White British. So my boy George, like, he saw us reacting. He was like, EJ, no. He's like, no, mate. It's all good. It's all good. They're cool. And me and, the brothers, we looking at each other like, nah, but being young and dumb, naive, we're like, all right, man, George is our boy. We trust George, right? Yeah. So anyway, the night progressed. I even went out the way to put in some money for drinks, okay? Just to make sure, I don't want no problems out of y'all, okay? Yeah. So later as the night goes on, I start talking to these two white girls. I went to UT Austin. Okay, at the time, a Ludacris song was playing. I think it was fucking
Splash Waterfalls.
It wasn't Splash Waterfalls.
Why was it the first thing?
It was
that song went hard.
It might have been Get Back. It might have been Move or Get Back. One of those. But anyway, it was a Ludacris song playing. The reason I say that is when I started talking to these white girls, and they were saying they're from out of town. It was a cool conversation. A couple minutes later, the song changes. I don't notice the change in the song. But when the song changed, it changed like some country music. Mm. And my homeboy, the white filmmaker, he tapped me on the shoulder and he was like, EJ, yo, we got to go. I asked no fucking questions, okay? When the white man tells her, hey, we got to go in this house with a Confederate flag, I'm like, all right, you'll fill me in later. Yeah. I look at my homeboy Jonathan, the black filmmaker. I'm like, yo, let's get the fuck up out of here. Yeah. All right? We get out. And then my boy, the white filmmaker, Jacob, he was like, yo, he's like, yeah, that was the most racist country anthem of all time that they just played.
What was the song?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know the song. I didn't recognize. I don't fuck with country.
So you left without knowing what the song was?
I don't fuck with country.
When an ally tells you it's time to go,
exactly.
You don't ask questions. You're just like, thank you, it was a pleasure. I'm about to leave.
But he told me that whole time, unbeknownst to me, the whole time I was talking to these two girls, these white dudes on the couch were just looking salty as hell. and they got up and they changed the song to whatever was playing.
Do you believe that's a thing that white guys get salty for us talking to white women?
Absolutely, because it's like Malcolm said, that's the white man's prize. All right, which is exactly why I'm a firm believer of reparation pussy. Okay, we have it owed to us. We lost so many black men. So many of us have paid the price just because we love all women. Yeah, man, but they weren't fucking with that.
But do you even like white women?
I'm really not crazy about white women. Don't get me wrong. There's some that I would definitely hit.
Yeah,
definitely.
Like who?
Like let me see. Fuck it. When I was young, man, I had a thing for Hillary Duff.
Okay,
when I was young, I had a thing for Hillary Duff.
Hillary Duff is kind of thick.
I fuck with Jessica Alba, but then I realized she's not all the way white. Most of the girls I think I fuck with, they tend to not be all the way white. I'm just trying to think a pure white girl that I'm like, damn, like she is fucking beautiful.
Okay.
Honestly, nothing comes to mind, and I know they're out there. This is not for me. Just not my type.
I feel that.
Not my type. Yeah, I can't think of it. What about you?
Excuse me. I'm all opportunist. Like I'm more a personality type. So
bullshit.
I'm more of a,
you can't even finish his sentence.
I'm more of a I gotta feel the connection type of person. So it could be a black chick, Mexican chick, white chick. I'm all about the vibe, you know. So it's just who I'm vibing with. And I've grown up since back in the day. I used to be like, because as I realized, I feel like a lot of black people they view white women as a prize, like a social status.
It is true. It's like
as a like
trophy.
I made it type of thing.
Yeah.
And we got to get out that way of thinking as black dudes. You know?
I don't have that way of thinking. So
I don't have that way of thinking. But I mean, if you generally have a connection with that girl, then have that connection. But don't just seek a white woman because you feel like, hey, this is how I made it. You know,
yeah.
I got a white chick on my side. Nah, it's not like that. A good looking chick is a good looking chick. You know,
so who's like the baddest white girl like an entertainment for you? Because
I'm trying
to gauge.
Hey, throw some out there.
I really don't know.
Well, I was gonna say, but it's
that.
preference, so he can't throw some out.
Is Kim Kardashian? Is that?
But come on, she's like a build-a-body though. Like
no, don't count.
I mean, Kim look good. Don't get me wrong. People want to front for saying
when she has clothes on, she looks good. But seeing her in a bathing suit is kind of like cringe.
I mean, she was looking alright in the Ray J tape. Okay,
that was like 3 surgeries ago. What are you talking about?
Kylie, yeah, but like I guess all I'm bringing up though is manufactured white women. I don't know, just a
purebred white woman.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
Does that exist nowadays?
I don't know. And you think about it too, they're getting black enhancements.
Yeah.
So I mean,
the lips and the butt.
But that's the thing. Like whenever I see a black man with a white woman, it doesn't bother me. I come from a mixed couple, so I have.
Are you mixed?
Yes.
Who's the? Let me guess. Black dad, white mom?
No, you're actually very wrong.
Whoa.
My mom's definitely not white. So no, my mom is Native American and black, and my dad is black. So yes. So with that being said, I don't diss anyone. If you found love, find love, cool. My thing is I hate when dudes talk down on black women, A. And B, they do get a white woman, but it's just like, you jump sides, but you jump sides to that? Like, so at least make me see you with the white chick and be like, damn, I feel it, bro. Like you leveled up. I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad at that.
I think a lot of niggas they interpret it as it's exotic. Okay, it's something like when you're seeing your black dick hitting the white ass. Like it's just something. It's exotic. It's different.
I feel like that escalated quickly.
No, to me, that's like part of the aesthetic. Like it's like the contrast, you know.
I mean, when you break it down that deep, all of it's the same at the end of the day.
Yeah, it really is.
All is the same when the lights turn off, but it's just how people view themselves. If people view themselves, hey, I got this white girl in my arm, it makes them feel better about themselves. Then hey, that's what they're gonna go after. They feel like that's their way of telling, stunting on other people. But I'm not like that. I don't know. I can't bring myself to thinking that way.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of people. I see a lot of athletes, especially, view that way. Hey, I got this white girl on my arm. I made it.
Oh yeah.
But
Michael Jordan. But I mean, let's go.
Michael Jordan got a Mexican chick, but I know what you're saying.
But that's what do you start off with?
Yeah. No, his kids.
Yeah. Oh,
but yeah. Every time I seen a picture of MJ with a woman, it was always somebody not black.
Well, I mean,
I think that was like in his older age.
Also, MJ, he wasn't part of the beginning movement of Black Men Don't Cheat. So back in his early days, you always let's say, if I wasn't in if I wasn't in the fraternity,
if
I wasn't in the fraternity, I would want something that's not that I don't have at home. So let's say, for example, I have a black chick at home, right? Mm-hmm. I don't want to be sleeping. I don't want to cheat on with another black chick. I want to cheat on something that I don't have.
And that should make women feel better when you think about it.
Exactly.
Because it's like there's no way you can compete because it's something totally different.
Well, okay, but also at the same time,
if the dude gets with a girl that looks very similar to you, that'll have you wondering all day, like, what does she have that I don't?
Or let me ask you this. Would you feel?
I'm the target.
Would you feel a certain type of way if you were in a relationship and your boyfriend cheated on someone that you interpret as looking better than you? Would that
honestly, no, because I understand it.
Okay.
If someone looks better than me, I'm not saying it's okay. No, don't misconstrue that. Yeah. It's not okay because we should have had that conversation a long time ago. But if you do go out your way and cheat and the woman is bad, I'm just like, I feel it. Just because you guys aren't emotional, y'all are physical, period.
Yeah, exactly.
So I understand where it's coming from. He could fuck someone. I know it's probably not like, oh, well, I'm in love with her. That's the reason why I fucked her. If I go out and cheat with the dude, it doesn't matter. Exactly. You see the reaction? Exactly. So if I go out and cheat, you know it's something of substance or there's something that captivated me about the guy that I cheated on him with. With the guy, it's just like, oh, you thought she looked good, okay, you fucked her. I get it. Not saying it's okay, but I understand the psyche of it all.
So you would be understanding of that, right?
No, we're having big problems, but
hold on.
I'm saying no. I'm saying if he cheated on me, then yeah, because that's not okay. Because that shows me your character. But seeing the one, I'm like, okay, I understand why you cheat. It still doesn't make it okay.
I got you. Got you.
So
now I do want to raise one more thing and we're going to move on. It's about something you said. I'm sure listeners have a question about it. So you identify as mixed.
No, I identify as black.
Okay, I was gonna say because you're black.
No.
Like you're
I'm very Afrocentric. Yes.
Why would people react like that? That's not a bad. That's a compliment. No, because like when you say, because it's like when you said like I'm mixed, like you said something like I was mixed, and we were expecting to hear something like black and white.
Yeah,
but also
black
something
and then have black and have Native American. I'm like, oh, you black.
No. I identify as black. Period. I identify as black. Okay. But also just to say that. It took me a long time to get to that point because growing up, people always did like you, like, oh, your mom's white, huh? Your dad's black, blah. I'm like, why does it matter?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, yeah, I'm mixed, because it was like, oh, well, that's my cool card to pull. Like, I'm the mixed girl. Yeah. But now growing up, I'm like, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, if someone walks into the store, they see me, they think I'm a black girl. Yeah. Point blank, period. So I'm black. Period.
And all black is beautiful.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So like, yeah, because I know people will have that question because I had that question, honestly. But yeah, okay. Because even with me being half Nigerian, I'm half Nigerian. My mom's African American, and people will call me mixed.
Nigga, you black.
I know.
I'm like, you're black.
Exactly. I'm like African and African American. That's just black on top of black. What you mean mixed? But all right, you know. All right.
Yeah, I don't think you could be mixed with black.
No, you will never hear me claim to be mixed. Never. All right. Nothing wrong with that, but that's not me.
Exactly. Chocolate cake with chocolate icing.
Exactly.
We good.
I like that. Hey, yo, man, what y'all think about Tory Lanez?
I felt like, well, you got explain what he did.
All right, we gonna show the video. All right, we're gonna get the video up. But basically, Tory Lanez put out this video about him allegedly. I don't know if allegedly is the right word.
I think allegedly is appropriate.
He was standing up for. He was taking a stance against colorism. There was a light. He was doing a scene for a music video with a light-skinned actress. Okay. And the director gets in the way.
Well, no, it was a dark-skinned actress.
Well, yeah, you're right. It was the dark-skinned actress. So, no, it was the light-skinned actress at first.
No, it was the dark-skinned, and then you see in the video where they're looking like they're about to switch them out, see?
Oh, yeah, you're right. You know what? Let's play the video. So, for those listening, the video starts off with a dark-skinned actress, okay, posing with Tory. The director steps in. Looks like they're about to say something, and then moments later, a light-skinned actress substitutes for the dark-skinned one. All right. So Tory looks like he's like time out. He's putting his hands up like time out. I guess something's wrong, and he pulls the dark-skinned girl back out, and he's saying something. All right, we can stop the clip. All right. So then Tory puts out an Instagram post. The whole post is now deleted, but there's the internet always has receipts, always has screenshots. Yeah. So in the screenshot.
Wait, he deleted it?
Yeah, he deleted it. Okay?
Yeah, that's shady.
Yeah,
I didn't know he deleted it.
He deleted it. It said, pulling up the caption right now. This is by Tory Lanez on his Instagram, not deleted. This is an ongoing problem in our community of entertainment that needs to stop. As a black man, sometimes I'm going to joke about the black community just like we do, but I am not going to do is allow any of these directors to devalue all black women. Countless times I have seen directors swap out our women of color for women of lighter complexion or women with straighter hair, etc. It is our responsibility as artists to stand up and not let this happen. It's been time to embrace our women of color. He meant to say women, but he said woman. Hashtag Black is beautiful. Now, when this first came out, of course social media went crazy. Black women were like, we love you, Tory, which they should. It looked like a good thing, seemingly. Yeah.
Yes.
And me not wanting to be that guy, I couldn't help but be that guy.
Yeah.
The shit looked contrived.
Yeah.
It looked
Yeah.
contrived.
Fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before I even realized that other people were, suspecting that this was contrived, receipts came out where the girl, the dark-skinned actress, was just, she posted some tweets and was like, that's not what happened.
Yeah.
That wasn't what happened. It
so
wasn't
what
like
actually happened?
What
Or,
actually
allegedly.
Let me see.
I think she made a comment that she was like, it wasn't a big deal. He's acting like he's pretty much taking up for me when that wasn't the case, because he had been apparently in the light-skinned girl's face the whole time, and she's worked with the director before. Yeah. And she's like, I've never had an issue, womp, womp, womp. And I'm just kind of like, Like, why would you go out of your way, especially you telling me that he deleted the post, why would you go out of your way to post this, be the bigger man, and have them comment like, no, that's not exactly what happened, then magically you delete the post? If that's what you did, then stand up like, that's what you did. Why delete anything?
And then my question is, if you did take this stance or whatever, I don't know, I'm from a different layer. I don't see the point in having to post that you did the right thing. I don't know why you need that external validation.
Exactly.
It's just like, you all see the posts on Instagram where people like give money to the homeless or volunteering.
Yeah.
Or going out in the homeless shelter and doing this. If that's generally what you're trying to do, that's great.
Yes.
But you do not have to make a post about it.
Exactly.
You do not have to put an Instagram picture saying, hey, look at me doing this.
But that's the era. Like,
Aren't I
you're doing
great?
it for the likes. Because, notice like nowadays, it's like, for instance, me going to a concert, okay, people don't get their validation. They don't get that validation from the experience. They get it from their peers' approval. I love Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. I go to a Kendrick Lamar show. I don't even need to have my phone out. But me being in a Kendrick Lamar show, I feel like I'm getting a reward out of that.
I agree with that.
Though, people don't feel like they really experienced it until they see
this is what it is. People want to
likes.
prove that they had an experience instead of actually enjoying the experience.
Exactly.
Which I think is kind of takes the fun out of pretty much anything. I have some people that I know that do that. I'm like, you're just going for the photos.
Exactly.
I'm like, why? I'm like, you're around art, you're having this cool experience, and you're missing out because you want to prove that you were there and have these cool photos and make sure that everyone sees you.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, for what?
Yeah.
Like,
well,
really?
that's just a society problem. Society is just like, we're always trying to stun on one another instead of building us up and building one great community. It's just all a stunt contest.
Well, with you saying that, do you think it's cultural? Is it just like black people who do that, or do you feel like period?
Everybody does it. Everybody does it. Everybody. Yeah, that's not even a question. Everybody. But in the case of Tory,
no, but do we set the lane though? Because we've always, whatever we touch, we make golden. Let's be honest. Everything we touch, we make cool.
I feel like this. So let's say Instagram is the stunt model, or Instagram is where everyone goes to
but
stunt.
look at all the Instagram models or whatever. They're all going after what black women do, our figures, what we wear, our style.
Black is cool, you know that.
Exactly.
And black
so that's
is
what I'm
considered
saying.
cool, but it has to be done by a white person though to get credit for it.
But
Miley Cyrus twerking, for example.
It's just all. It's just
I don't
all
think
the
we call that
mentality
twerk.
though, because you see white women, they Instagram all titties out. I mean, it's just a thing. Like everybody's just trying to show off their best assets, the best version of themselves, pretty much. And I'm gonna just say this for women. Just
That's
for
a
instance,
different point though. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm trying to say is with Instagram is just living people. People aren't actually living their actual lives off Instagram. People are showing the best selves of themselves. Their highlights. But you're not seeing the downfalls of depression, the stuff that I'm going through to make it to where I am today.
Absolutely.
And with that, I feel like if you're showing your highlights, Instagram needs to be a life story. So if you're showing the best things on Instagram, you need to show what you did to get there. You need to show the hard work. Because, you know, for example, we talked about Kim Kardashian. Everyone thinks Kim Kardashian just woke up like this. And we all know that's not true. But she's, quote unquote, a social influencer. And with that, there's little girls that look up to her. There's little kids. So you don't know the influence that she has on little kids. So little kids think, I have to look like this. I have to be 34 double D with a fat ass to get male attention. And no, that's not true.
Yeah.
But with that, these kids are growing up thinking that's what I need to be. So they're getting surgery. They're getting fake ass, fake titties. And they're just producing a lifestyle of fake ass people. Yeah. That's not good for society.
You're right. Yo, LaFar, I wanted to ask you something about it because I know you're a father. You know?
What's up?
But before that, I just want to make this last point about Tory though. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I think I think this situation wasn't staged, but I think maybe he saw the video like after it was recorded. Yeah. He saw the video and then added like that caption. He pretty much memed himself.
Yeah.
Okay. He added the caption.
He boosted his life.
Exactly. That's my suspicion.
But
that's my
also
theory
at the same
that.
time, it's kind of bittersweet because that is a topic that needs to be discussed. I think it is valuable that he does bring it up, but don't fake the funk.
Yeah,
like that's the only thing. Like don't
fake your shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to lie to kick it at the end of the day.
Exactly.
So I mean, great thing. He could have been like, hey, had an experience. This is how I feel about it. Not being like, oh well, I did this to make blah blah blah. Like when obviously that wasn't the case. I mean, bring attention to it, but you don't need to bring attention to it by making it seem like you're this bigger, higher than thou person.
Yeah.
Like you just don't have to do that.
I agree. So man, L2, like,
what's good?
So I know how you are. So some of this.
Hold on, how am I?
No, I mean, like, I know you're as you should be.
Yeah.
You're very protective of your kids. I don't know how much you want this on air or not. You know, we'll see. But I do want to say, man, I feel like with the whole Father's Day thing.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of fuck shit about Father's Day. Okay, and I'm gonna just say it. I see a lot of people that take Father's Day as the opportunity to dish out their daddy issues.
Yeah, exactly.
And I understand. I feel your pain. I mean, I don't. I'm not lying. My dad was in my life. That's not a brag. I'm fortunate.
Yeah.
So I get where these guys are coming from. That's a painful thing to experience. However, I'm sorry. Father's Day is not the fucking day to air your shit out.
Exactly.
Father's Day is meant to give props to the motherfuckers who were there for their kids who did their job.
Exactly.
All right. So, man, I remember one time you and me, LaFar, we were just riding, you know, and you told me about that race, about the 4K, the 5K that you ran.
Yeah.
And it was slow as fuck. Like it took you forever to finish it.
Yeah, I ran a 5K in 50 minutes.
Yeah, and I was roasting your ass.
You finished. That's all that matters.
I was roasting his ass. Yeah. But then when he told me though, he was like, yeah, but I was carrying my daughter.
Oh, that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, man. And then he showed me these videos.
Then you felt bad, huh?
Practicing, with soccer with his girl. And I'm like, man, you're a good fucking dad, bro. Like, you're a good dad.
Appreciate
and your
that.
face lit up, bro. Like, your face lit up. I don't know if you did or not.
Yeah.
And the reason I point that out is men are not told enough that they're good fathers. They're not told enough that they're actually doing shit. Like, I see no one shit on mothers on Mother's Day. I hardly see anyone shit on mothers, period. But it seems like Father's Day comes, and it's always about they kind of take the highlight to they highlight the fathers who weren't there, who weren't absent. And this is how I think society views men and women, or fathers and mothers. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. I think in relationships, the mother always gets credit for all of the positive outcomes in that relationship, but the father assumes all of the credit for the negatives, for all of the failures. That's on the father. Example, all right. Kid goes to college, becomes successful, becomes another, good, positive contributor to society. Good job, mom. Son goes in and out of jail, selling dope. Daughter is strung out on drugs, prostituting herself or whatever. Where the fuck was the dad at? All right? Where the fuck was the father? Yeah. And I'm guilty of this too. Yeah. Okay, when I was going off on my co-host months ago, one of the things I said, spur of the moment, was, where the fuck was your father, nigga?
Yeah.
But I realize now, like, saying all of this, I'm like, why is it? I realize as a culture, we attribute the failures to the father, and we give the mom all the props. Poe, you being one, what do you think? Well, actually, Fall, you being a father, you agree with that?
Okay. So first thing I'm gonna say is, as a mother or a father, you're not in it for the validation of the credit, because as being a father or a mother, it's not a sprint, it's a race. So you're gonna go with the ups, you're gonna go with the downs. So with that, there's gonna be highlights, And there's also going to be times where your child is going to fuck up, and then it's not going to be glory.
Yeah.
You know, you're always going to post the highlights of your child, like, oh, he's got an A in this. He's got an A in all his classes. But you're not going to talk about the times where you got to punish him, or you got to spank him, or you got to give him life lessons. And that's 90% of being a mother or a father.
Yeah.
And so with the mother and the father, there's two separate roles that you got to play. The mother has to be nurturing, you know, especially with younger kids, because fathers, typically, I'm not going to speak for all fathers, but fathers, we don't have the patience to be nurturing to our kids, or we don't have the time to be like, oh, you know.
I think playing with kids, like little babies who can't even talk, is like the most boring thing.
Yeah,
you say that because you don't have kids.
Maybe that's what people tell me.
Yeah, because I say the same thing. I'm like, I don't know if I can handle babies. I don't know
it's different. It's different.
It's different with you.
And we have different roles that we have to play, but we have to play these roles. So as a father, especially with young boys or young men, but even with daughters, we have to teach them life lessons.
Yeah,
we have to teach them this is how we go, and we have to be more direct. As opposed to sometimes what the mother does, as the mother is more like, I'm here for you regardless. The father is like, no,
we
got to be a straight. We got to be a straight shooter, especially with our young men. Yeah. Because our young men is the one that needs it most.
Yeah.
So, I have a 10-year-old, and I'm not more as nurturing as his mother is. I try and teach him this is the life that you need to live. You either do it or you don't do it. Mm-hmm. But if you don't do it, you're going to end up like them niggas in prison.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I can show you how to do it, but it's up to you to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's your life at the end of the day.
Exactly.
And so, with going back to your original point as Mother's Day, Father's Day, as a father, I'm not in it for the credit. I'm not in it for the recognition. The recognition for me is seeing my son and daughter be successful in life. Because that's the end of the day, that's how you know if you made it or not. Because from start to finish, there's going to be fuck-ups. Yeah. There's going to be times where you're unhappy. There's going to be times where you're sad. There's going to be times like, man, I don't like you. I don't like your ass. Yeah. But at the end of the day, when you see them successful with their own family, and you see them as a good father, a good mother, that's how you know.
T.I. put it perfectly. Like you say, he said that's the true parents' report card. Mm-hmm. It's seeing, their kids when they leave the house, seeing what they do. But like going off of what you said though, I'm glad you put the point. You're like, your stance on it is like, I don't need the credit, I don't need the recognition as long as I see them. And I feel like a lot of men have learned throughout time to just adopt this stoic mentality of, I'm not in it for the credit. I just want to see my family eating and doing good and thriving, and that's great. But you gotta be honest, every motherfucker like to be told good job. Every motherfucker like to be told good job. I know you did. When I told you, I know you did. And that's the thing. I feel like, because when we think of like men and women as creatures, the way our value is perceived by society, men, our entire value is dependent on what we do, our performance. We are completely evaluated by our performance as men. Nothing else matters. Okay? So of course, I see you kind of thinking Poe.
Well, I mean, it's different. I'm a daddy's girl. Let me just start with that. So Father's Day was really big for me because it's Father's Day and then my father's birthday. Next day. So he gets all the love.
Happy birthday.
But honestly, my dad is one of the most if I fail or if I do something wrong and I know I did something wrong and I confide in him or I tell him about or he has to help me, that's literally like the blow to my soul. Like that my dad is one of the biggest things in my life. Biggest influences. So Father's Day is big for me because I absolutely love my dad.
That's good. Like you don't hear this story often. You don't hear this story often.
Well,
I want you to keep talking.
I've been fortunate to have both parents that I'm both close to, and it pains me because I do have friends that don't have that relationship with their mother or their father, and it's just like, ugh. But Father's Day is exactly that. It's Father's Day. We give mothers all the credit. We love them. We know that they're there for us. But Father's is a completely different level. I feel like so because there are, despite you say they're not nurturing, but I think you guys do nurture us a little bit. You may give us the tough love.
Men and women nurture differently.
Exactly. So it's more of like the tough love, but you're gonna be there. If something happens with your daughter, you're gonna be the first one to show up, other than like her boyfriend or whoever else. You're gonna be the first one, and that's what she's always gonna know you as.
So would you agree though? Whatever, if the kid fucks up, okay, or goes a wrong path, or whatever problems that happen in that relationship, the father assumes most of the responsibility for the failures.
I don't believe that. Absolutely. I don't believe that. Just because I've I have had situations that I've known of where the mother was really not the one that handled her business, and she wasn't exactly a very good influence or a positive influence in the child's life, and their choices reflect that.
Yeah.
Because that was the person that was around them most. Let's not like confuse the two. Mothers can be just as toxic or absent as fathers. Let's stop that stigma.
We don't talk about that.
Exactly.
Enough,
we don't talk
about
toxic
mothers. Mothers
can be just as toxic because they are the main ones around. They're the ones manipulating how we think and how we feel when we're in the world. So I feel like that needs to be a discussion.
Yeah, because my parents put me on game on this a while ago. They made a point. They said that the mom essentially lays down the blueprint on that kid for the rest of their life.
The foundation.
Okay, the foundation. And I agree, which brings me to this point. Whenever your child or a kid or an adult turns out to be a fuck up, who's to blame?
That is equal opportunity.
Who's to blame? We put all the blame on the father.
Yeah.
If a girl is a quote unquote a hoe, daddy issues. If the son is a fuck up, the dad is pussy. Where the fuck was he at?
Yeah, but where does the blame lie on the individual though?
Exactly.
Where does the blame lie on the individual?
Absolutely.
There's always everyone wants to throw blame around, but you need to start looking. You need to start looking at the person inside yourself. If you are a fuck up, it's because of you. Because at the end of the day, life is all about choices.
Exactly.
You get to choose A or choose B. Choose A, the good route. Choose B, the fuck up route.
About
if you choose B, the fuck up route. Did anybody else hold your hands to choose that route? No.
About that though, about what you just said.
Uh-huh.
You're right. Everybody at a certain point, like when you're like past 25 years old and you're still complaining about like your dad. I'm not saying that's not.
I'm just saying that's not an excuse. We all are dealing with our own traumas, but that's no longer an excuse
that's no
anymore
longer
because
hold
you're
you
an adult.
back. However, going off of what you said though, let's say this is somebody in their teens, okay, or even early 20s. Let's say even early 20s, 21 or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. You as far as your choices go, because you mentioned choices,
right?
You don't know more than what you know. Mm-hmm. Like your choices are limited to what you've been exposed to. Mm-hmm. Okay, like if you were given the two choices to sell dope or play ball, and that's all you were raised with growing up. I'm just saying.
You also don't need to be a product of your environment.
But see, that's so easy to say.
That's easy to say when you've never been in that environment.
But the thing, I get what you're saying, Fall, but you're talking from the perspective of somebody who has been exposed to multiple possibilities. But when you live in a box, you only your options. What you see possible is limited to what's in that box.
But let me tell you something about myself. So I didn't graduate high school when everybody else did. So when I was in high school, I wouldn't say I was out in the streets, but I didn't have. So my parents divorced when I was real young. I was like 10 or 11 when my parents divorced. Mm-hmm. So my mom raised me and my brother and my sister. And by the age of 12, I was bigger than my mom. So when I at that point, I was like, I feel like she couldn't tell me shit.
Yeah.
So
why you need a man?
Yeah.
All you girls, women talking about I don't need a man.
So when I was 14, 15, 16,
that's a whole nother conversation.
I said it, Pope.
Okay. So when I was 14, 15, 16, my mind wasn't right. So I was out there. My sole purpose was trying to get girls, talk to girls. The furthest thing from my mind was getting an education or thinking about what's right. I was just, trying to be out in the streets pretty much.
Yeah.
And so that was the choice that I made at a young age. But so the consequences was when it's time to graduate, I saw all my friends walk the stage, and I had to sit there and watch them and be like, damn, my ass didn't graduate.
Damn.
Now, with that, though, I could have went one of two ways. I could have been like, damn, what am I going to do now? I'm just going to sit here and just watch these niggas just walk the stage and just be a fuck up and not get a high school diploma? Mm-hmm. Or am I going to change my life? So at that point, when I saw all my friends walk the stage, I was like, damn, I need to do something. Because I was like, I know I'm smart. I know I'm intelligent. I know I can do something with my life. Mm-hmm. So
what were you thinking about when you said do something? What were some of the things going on in your head?
I was just like, I just realized at that point I didn't have guidance in my life. But at the end of the day, I could easily have been like, I blame my dad for not being there, or I could have blamed my mom for not being tough on me. But at the end of the day, no one gives a fuck about that shit.
You're right.
No one gives a fuck about 100%. Who you can blame. No one gives a fuck if you can blame whoever. Because at the end of the day, that's your life. You made the choice. You live with it.
So question though, but what were some of the possibilities that you saw when you were like, I have to do something? What were some of those ideas going through your head?
I was like, well, damn, we're going back. So, I mean, at the time, and I don't believe it now. The only time I believe it was like, I got to get an education.
Back then.
Back then, I was like, I got to get education. I think very highly of myself. So I was like, I knew I was smart. So I knew I wasn't no dumbass. I was just, I was skipping school.
Your priorities were different.
Yeah, my priorities were different. So I was like, I need to buckle down and get on this education shit, and that's what I did.
So reason I say that is because you knew that education was a possibility and was a key to getting you out. Somehow, I don't know how you learned it, but you did. You learned that education was the key to you living your life. Right. What do you say for the motherfuckers who never had that, though? What if they never knew that?
I mean, everyone has access to an education.
Listen, though, what if they had parents? A lot of people have parents that didn't even graduate fucking high school.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's different. If your grandfather didn't graduate high school, your parents, they didn't put that in your parents' mind to graduate high school. So, it's just like, I just need to be done with this, go work. I need to handle my business, blah, 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 blah. Like, there are some situations like that where they're just like, education, who has time for that? Yeah. Because I need to support my family. I need to help with this. I need to do this.
Fuck this school shit. That's what all of them think. Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel what you're saying. I feel nowadays it's hard to be like, oh, well, I mean, I just don't want to do it because of blah, 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 blah. Now, it's kind of like you literally have information at our fingertips. We have information right in our hands. Yeah. So it's really no excuse now. Mm-hmm. But I'm talking about when we were younger and people are like, we hear about like gang culture and like people in like inner cities and things like that. It's kind of like, ooh, those bad kids. They don't know. Like, no, that's not the case. When you're not influenced by people who were like, I was in this position, these are the steps that I took to get out of it, and here's where I am. And I am living proof, and I'm an example. If no one sees that, how are they supposed to be like, oh, damn, let me do that too? Or I have the possibility where I could do that. You lived in my apartments. Yeah. You sell drugs. Yeah. You only had your mom. You only had your pops. Like, okay, well, I can do that too. It's different.
It's easy from our perspective.
Exactly, it's easy for people
that
to
be like, yo, selling drugs is gonna get you dead or in jail. Like, we know this. We know this. But I mean, if you grew up in a house where a motherfucker was, selling weight, just like that's your norm. Yeah. That's your norm. But now this begs the question on this then. Do y'all feel that single mothers should be honored on Father's Day?
No.
Hell no.
No.
Hell no. Why not?
Y'all got Mother's Day. Y'all have Mother's Day, and you're doing what you're supposed to do. When you have kids, you have Mother's Day, but anything extra that you do, you decide to have your kids, not knocking it. Everyone, I think being a mother is an amazing privilege. And what you do is what you're supposed to do because you decided to bring this life into the world. Exactly. So what extra do you need? Like, like, I just don't understand it. But that's just me.
And I say this. A lot of people with single mothers, they choose Father's Day either to praise their mother or bash their father. And if you choose Father's Day to bash your father, I say this: use Father's Day as a chance to reach out to your father, build that connection, build a relationship.
Unless he's toxic.
I'm not saying if the situation is fucked up, go and be in a fucked up relationship.
Circumstances are in the best.
But a lot of people live in a situation of hurt and hatefulness, and situations happen, but if you live in the past, you will continue to live in the past.
True.
If the situation arises to where you can move past and go into the future, it's better to move past and think it's better to live and move forward than to live in the past. Because if you're always going to live in the past, you're always going to have hateful thoughts, hateful emotions, and it's not good to live like that.
It only holds you back because while you sitting bitter and shit, that nigga is living his best life with his new family, doing his thing. Meanwhile, you're over here bitching about, I know bitching, that word sounds so insensitive, but you're over here bitching about him not being in your life. But who are you hurting in the end? But again though, I didn't come from that perspective, so I'm not judging anybody. But what I am saying is stop using fucking Father's Day to bitch about the fathers who weren't there. It is meant to honor the ones who did their fucking job.
Yes.
Bottom line.
Whether they're your biological or not.
You have 363 other days out the year to bitch about your father. The reason I say 363, Mother's Day. You should not be bitch about your father or your mother on Mother's Day. Same thing applies. All right? Use them other 363 days to get that shit out.
Exactly.
All right? But shut the fuck up on Father's Day. That's not what it's for.
I agree.
Yeah.
Hey. All right, y'all. So now we got that one out the way. Next one. We have, OJ. OJ, Juice Man hitting Twitter.
Juice is loose.
Juice.
Oh my god.
Yo, that nigga Juice, man. Ever since he hit Twitter, I had to turn my notifications on for this motherfucker. All right. Every time he came on Twitter, he put out nothing but heat.
What was he putting out?
Yo, let's play some.
But never, and I want to stress, never in any way, shape, or form had I ever had any interest in Chris, romantically, sexually, and I never got any indication that she had any interest in me. So all of these stories are just bogus, bad, tasteless. Chloe, like all the girls I'm very proud of, just like I know Bob would be if he was here, but the simple facts of the matter is she's not mine. Now, one of the people who's spreading this rumor is a guy that the media loves to say is my manager. I had one manager in my whole life, Chuck Barnes, when I came out of USC for 3 years. Unfortunately, he died about 45 years ago, but even before he died, I opened my own office.
Who killed him?
With
How'd he die, though?
Two assistants, Marilyn O'Brien, the late Marilyn O'Brien, and Kathy Randa. And I've always managed my own affairs, and I like to think very successfully. So when you see these guys like Norm and these guys claim that they're my manager.
It's like me being a kid. I was born at the end of '89, so I'm essentially a '90s baby, right? I didn't understand the whole Juice phenomenon, back then. And now looking at him on Twitter, I'm like, man, this motherfucker is so cool. Like, he's such a likable dude. He's like the black Mr. Rogers of football. Like, it's hard to believe he did what he did. But ever since he came out on Twitter, I mean, the joke's been crazy. Yeah. But the way he's been handling himself, though, addressing some of these, man. What do y'all think? Do y'all think he's giving a platform to negativity or what?
I feel like OJ, first of all, do you believe he killed?
Absolutely, man. Come on, OJ.
Who put out a book saying, if I did it,
well, he did
what
it for
I would
money.
do?
So
if he didn't do it, he paid the motherfucker that did do it. He's definitely involved in it, but I understand the context, though, of back then, because when you think about it, back then, I think OJ might have been one of the rare cases where a black man actually finessed the legal system. He got away with killing a fucking white couple.
And then went to jail over, what, memorabilia?
Yeah.
Like, you...
Or he tried to rob a nigga.
Exactly, he tried to rob
a nigga that robbed him.
Exactly.
Is that robbery? Like...
Just getting your stuff back. But
that's what I'm saying.
But at the end of the day, like, you beat a whole murder charge just to go to jail for that.
Well, I'm gonna be one of the few people that say I don't know if he did it or not.
Is that black man with chief
hey, he was
lost in the civil suit, though.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the sister of what's his name? Goldman sued him, and he lost in the civil court. And basically, they were like, "Yeah, you did it," and he had to pay the civil forfeiture or whatever he had to pay. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Damn.
So man, OJ did that shit.
I'm not gonna say that.
I respect it.
Okay. What I feel about OJ is he living his best life. You know.
True.
He's living hot boy summer.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So I mean, people can say what they want to say about him, and they can say he's a murderer, but.
I don't know. I fuck with OJ, man.
Allegedly. Of course. Can't forget that.
Allegedly. But, everybody deserves a second chance.
Yeah.
I'm not God.
I feel
I'm not gonna sit here and judge the man. Everybody serves their time.
I feel like we need to see OJ after that Central Park 5 shit.
I haven't seen that. Man.
I haven't either. I don't think I do it.
I don't know. I almost said I wouldn't recommend, but it was not because it was it was great. It was done really well.
No, I'm sure.
But man, that's I'm kind of going to a place now thinking about it. It was so fucked up. That shit will make you hate. Yeah. That shit will make you hate white people.
No, I know. That's the reason why I don't want to do that. I don't want to feel that type of anger.
I would.
Because it's a different type of anger.
For that reason, I would not recommend you watching it.
Oh, and I'm not.
But at the same time, you got to acknowledge that this happened. Like, this is
of course.
reality.
But, I mean, that's just the legal system. That happens every single day. Yeah. But you just got to think about a whole bunch of different cases that were making to movies.
Exactly.
Or,
That's the sad thing
It's
about
just easier to throw cast and be like, hey, this nigga did it. other than to actually look into it, spend money, and be like, oh, are we gonna find out if this person didn't do it or did do it?
And I know we were talking big money shit about Kim Kardashian earlier, but I do respect her for actually.
Oh, fuck out.
No. I do respect her for going.
Yes.
No, I do respect her for being like, listen, there is something wrong with the judicial system.
Everybody knows there's something wrong with that shit.
Yes, but she's actually doing something about it.
Oh, I got you.
Like, and putting her. Well, I don't like that she's putting her name out there like that because so many celebrities have helped and not had to put their name.
That's helping.
But also the fact that I think it's bogus that she found a loophole to get her little lawyers.
Yeah.
Like doctor and all that stuff. But at the same time,
what else does she have to do?
Because she has to be like not understudy. That's the wrong term. But she has to study under lawyers for like 4 years before she can go and take the bar. Yeah. So I'm like, cool loophole in California.
So you let Kim Kardashian represent you?
Fuck no. But I would never be in a position to where she would need to. So
fuck that. Yo, why are motherfuckers hating on Kim so much?
But no, that's what I'm saying. Like that's
so you let Kim Kardashian represent you?
Yo, I'm saying Kim is doing the damn thing right now.
Yeah.
Kim
what is she doing? What is she doing?
She's actually there are so many. There are a few cases.
Majority of people are doing
exactly.
Like what exactly
she is actually
doing?
leading to results. People are getting out of jail.
Accused,
she is producing.
They're getting them out of jail and assisting them once they're out of jail.
She is producing results.
Exactly.
I feel like you, LaFall, are one of the many motherfuckers who're still holding on to the fact that she fucked Ray J on camera years ago.
Even though that is not a compliment.
Like the thing is,
we understand.
Now, to be honest, Ray J's the GOAT, but that's another conversation.
Okay, Ray J's the GOAT now, but back then he was trash.
Ray J's always been the GOAT. Ray J's always been the GOAT.
Well, always.
Hold on. If I had one wish,
boom. Example one.
Cut his mic.
Example one. One wish will forever be a classic.
Exactly.
Okay? And it seems like wherever Ray J goes, history is made.
After this conversation.
Wherever Ray J has went, history has been made, okay? He was the last person who was it that died? That famous, what famous singer?
Oh, he was there when Whitney Houston died.
Whitney Houston. He was there after
Whitney Houston died. That's not cool.
That was history, though. That was a historical moment.
Yeah,
another one.
They did. Another one. Didn't they?
No, don't you put that on Ray. Don't you put that on Ray LaFall. Ray had nothing to do with that shit. Okay, he over here selling scooty bikes and living his best life.
So white boy in me has to ask, GOAT means greatest of all time, right?
Yes, greatest of all time.
And Ray J is GOAT?
Yes, I'll give you perfect examples.
Thank you.
So, L2 already shouted out One Wish. He was the last person that
Ray J over Keith Sweat.
No, we're not talking about. We're not talking about R&B accomplishments. We're not talking about R&B accomplishments. This is how Ray J is the GOAT, okay? The influence he has on the culture. If it wasn't for Ray J, there would be no Breakfast Club. With Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy Angela, there would be no Breakfast Club.
You have to pull up that clip.
That's true. Like even Charlamagne.
I have no idea what you mean by that.
Yeah, Charlamagne himself has even said this. He wrote this in his book. He said it several times on air.
He's innovative now.
During the time when the Breakfast Club was new, they were kind of struggling. They were a new show. But one day, one fateful day, Ray J called in and he was bugging the fuck out on some drugs or whatever the fuck he was on. Talking about yes, he was beefing with Fabulous at the time. All right, he was beefing with Fabulous, and he said that he was gonna send some niggas to go to Fabulous and rape that nigga. In his words, and that's what he said. In his words, he said rape that nigga. He knows booty goons. But that shit right there is what saved the Breakfast Club. Charlamagne even acknowledges that. And look how much culture, look how much things have come from the Breakfast Club since then.
I know.
All right? You got to give that to Ray J. Okay?
But the Breakfast Club, in their defense, they were in existence long before that, though.
But they were struggling, though. The Breakfast Club might not have lasted another year or two if it wasn't for that Ray J shit. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Example 2. It's because of Ray J we know Kim Kardashian. Okay. That is a fact.
Okay, and that's even though Kim Kardashian hasn't added anything to society worth relevance.
Let me prove you wrong.
Until now.
Let me prove you wrong. One of my favorite Kanye albums, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
No, that was Amber Rose.
He cheated on Amber with Kim. Kim essentially was the muse.
So
Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
All the references were to Amber Rose.
He cheated on one hoe with another hoe.
Why is Kim a hoe though?
I mean,
why is either one of them a hoe? But let's start with Kim.
Okay, I'll start with Kim. So she's fucked niggas. She has had sexual intercourse with men, not for the likes, but for the status.
As all women, most women do.
And that's
most
what makes,
women do.
That's what makes them hoes.
So basically, most women are hoes.
No, I'm not.
That's
saying
what you're
that.
saying.
I'm saying, hey, if you like to have sex, do you, boo? I like to have sex too.
Do you think women are having sex just for you?
If you like to have, sex just to have sex, let's have fun. But if you like to have sex, not just for the fun of it, but just for the social aspect of coming up.
That just sounds like a legal transaction to me.
Exactly, bro. This is the way of life, okay? Men exchange their power for sex.
Got a ring underneath him, too,
yeah.
So
let me shout this out. Like, men exchange their power for sex, and women exchange their sex for power. That has been an exchange that has lasted since the beginning of time.
But doesn't that not make you a hoe, though?
What does it make the men, then?
Huh? What makes them a hoe, too? I'm not.
So everybody hoes.
Hey, hoeing is what you do. Hoeing is what you do.
So Jay-Z and Beyonce are hoes?
Huh?
So Jay-Z and Beyonce are some hoes?
I'm not saying that. L2, what are your thoughts? I'm not saying that on this platform.
I was about to say, we're talking about power and sex.
So that's my whole thing. I don't have any solid reason why to call Kim Kardashian or Amber Rose hoes.
I don't like the appropriation.
Really
that's the only thing that I will say that I don't appreciate about Kim Kardashian and their family is the appropriation of
This is true. Now, so how else is Ray J the GOAT? All right, so we already have that.
Oh, we can't forget about the love of Ray J.
Yes, that changed the reality TV game.
So are we going to forget about Flavor of Love?
Yes. But Flavor of Love was dope. Was great.
I was saying Flavor of Love set the tone for that.
But for the love of Ray J,
Ray J was dope. Who remembers Danger?
Thank you. Oh, Danger. Okay, so that was another thing. Yeah. Also, Ray J was starring in one of the biggest 90s sitcoms, around that time. He was in Moesha. Ray J has always been history seems to follow Ray J wherever he goes. Everywhere he goes.
Yeah, I don't like that
he put Kim Kardashian out there. He put Kim Kardashian out there, and people gonna be like, "Don't give that to the." No, he did. It's a fact. But Kim, no doubt, has surpassed Ray J, obviously. And look at all the shit, all the influence that Kim has produced. It can all be traced back initially to Ray J.
Hold on. What does Kim have produced, though?
What does Kim produce? Yeah. Now, I would say what Kim has produced is more, in my opinion, more negative than positive. But she contributed.
I don't think she surpassed him because he's
bullshit.
Almost on billionaire status with his
Ray J?
Yes.
Ray J?
Yes. Isn't he close to that?
Boy, Ray J?
No. And I'm the Ray J hater in the room saying this. No,
I love Ray J.
I do not know.
Ray J's a billionaire?
No.
Ray J is not no fucking billionaire.
I'm going to tell you his net worth. Y'all ready for this?
Let's go.
$6 million.
And that is a fucking injustice.
That's crazy.
That is an injustice.
That's about 5.5 more million than I got.
What's Kim K? Let's look up Kim. Did we even need to look up Kim K's net worth?
No, but I thought he just got bought out by his technology company.
Oh, no, he got the glasses too?
Yeah, he has glasses and all that.
And then think about Kim
K. All
right,
so Kim K, $350 million.
$350 million. There we go.
But she has makeup and everything else. And
Kim K also put out that the Hallmark reality TV series Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which is still running popular. I don't fuck with the shit, but a lot of people do.
Dude, I don't know a single person that watches that shit.
Yo,
do you watch that shit?
Somebody is watching.
Do you watch that shit?
Somebody's watching it.
Watch what? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Somebody is watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians, obviously.
That shit?
Nigga, it's like what? They're like in their 13th, 14th
season? Who is watching that shit?
Somebody, apparently, if they're like in the 20th season.
Nobody is watching that shit. I don't know why they keep
nobody was watching it be canceled.
For nobody that's watching that shit.
But my point is, Ray J, whether directly or indirectly, has contributed to so many major cultural milestones, like major impacts on the culture.
Ray J is the one thing I will say, though, is he has something to do with Whitney Houston dying.
No, I'm not going to put that on Ray. I'm not going to put that on Ray.
He was there.
Ray ain't no killer.
He was there.
Ray ain't no fucking killer.
I'm not saying he killed her, but...
Fuck no. All right, so let me know. Don't shit on Ray. All right, Ray. Now I forgot what we were on. We were talking about OJ.
But hey, hold on. Just so you know, did y'all know Ray J is cousin to Snoop?
Word? Now look,
first cousin,
everybody nephew.
So, no, I'm looking at his Wikipedia right now.
He is the biological cousin of Snoop.
It says first cousin of rapper Snoop Dogg.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, I won't put that as an accomplishment, but that's what's up. That's what's up. Ray J is the GOAT. He solidified himself. All right. So moving on from that, so OJ, Paul, wait, what's your final thoughts on OJ coming out?
OJ, he's older. I think he's matured. Mm-hmm. I feel like he had a lot of time on his hands to think. Mm-hmm. And I think he just wants to come out with not guns blazing, but he just wants to relax. He just wants to stay out of the limelight for once. And just wants to relax and live his best life.
I'm with that.
Honestly. So, I mean, good for him. And I hope that he continues to thrive because, I mean, he's older. Who needs that type of stress anymore?
He beat the game.
Damn right. You got away with murder.
He got away with murder.
Let him rest.
Exactly.
And he beat the game. The black man got away with murdering a white couple.
No, wasn't it like a pizza man?
No, it was a white woman and her husband because his ex-wife was fucking another guy. Like they were married, but they were fucking that. I don't know if they were married.
Ron, whatever his name is.
Yeah, really? Fucking him in the house that he was still paying for.
Oh no.
That's why Chris Rock said, and I completely agree with him. He's like, I wouldn't have killed him. I'm not saying he should have killed him, but I understand. I agree. I agree 100%.
I see where the snap could have occurred.
Exactly. Like, if 50 Cent petty ass, like, he allegedly burned his baby mama's house down. To quit paying for that. Allegedly.
I'm not gonna lie.
Fifth. Allegedly.
I love me some 50 Cent.
Oh, 50 is the GOAT. 50 is another GOAT.
He is the petty GOAT.
50 if 50 and Ray J, and I'll even say Rick Ross, if those three were to have a show together, that shit would be fire.
I'm not doing it.
That shit would be fire.
I'm not doing it. For 50 Cent and Rick Ross, because, I mean, amazing. But Ray J, I'll come late.
Okay.
He could be the opener.
Okay. So, Poe, how you feel about dick pics?
I think they are unnecessary, and I feel like they're very outdated. Like, why are you...
Dick pics have like a date, like a expiration? Or?
No, I'm just saying that who does that anymore? Like, really? Who
Has
does
there ever
it?
been someone to send you a picture of their privates and it's been like, oh, let me hit this goo out?
It's never been a situation where someone has sent me a dick pic and I've been like, ooh, I can't wait to sit on that. Like, no, it's never been that situation.
You.
So you feel like, because obviously there has to be some success rate for people to send them.
No.
So
then I'm clearly the 1%.
There's never been a successful. There has to be a successful dick pic rate. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so.
Because
it's a fetish.
Can we do like a poll of this?
This is what poll. Okay, this is what I think. I think that niggas. Because I don't understand why niggas still send dick pics.
I have never ever sent a dick pic in my life.
Me either. And the thing is, women don't get off on that. There's a fact. They don't get off on no dick pics.
I was like, we're not visual like you guys are.
Exactly.
You guys can see some titties and be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm about to go fuck this shit. But it's like a girl, I'm like, unless you have like, nope. Can't even think of anything that would justify it. I can't even think of anything.
Think about, okay. So think about like 10 inches. No homo. 10 inches.
But, I mean, we can talk about dicks and not be homosexual. The Black Mirror taught us that, right?
No homo.
Let me get to that.
So, no homo. So 10 inches, big, round, your perfect type. Someone sends it to you.
That's really detailed.
Hold on. I'm not done. Let's say for example, you haven't had none in a while. 10 inches, big, wide, perfect type. You don't look at that, get that message on your phone and be like, ooh.
But you're over here saying to me, how many other chicks have you sent it to also?
I mean, but
exactly.
Hold on. Time out. But that's not exactly what goes through a female's mind. When a female gets this message, you'd be like, "Oh, he's only just talking to me."
Poe looking like he's telling me what goes on in my mind.
Exactly. I'm like, are you mansplaining how a woman's mind works?
I'm just saying.
I think what women are wondering.
If I was doing that, if I was in the situation, I'm gonna just say I never was in the situation. But if I was in the situation, if I was to send a personal part of myself, I'm not sending it to every single girl in the world. I'm sending it to the special someone. So if I'm sending it to you, you're special in my eyes, and I'm gonna send it to you, and I want you to.
Yeah, that's community dick, and you know it.
Exactly.
That's community dick.
I've never been community dick. So
I think it's very inappropriate. I think it's disrespectful.
Do you think it's disrespectful?
Yes. The only reason why I say that is because I'll be at work. I'll have my phone. I literally had this happen. I had a guy send me that. My phone was out, and I don't, like, no one sends me anything inappropriate. So, like, my messages are there to see, nothing crazy. Yeah. And, like, the little tag, like, I'm like,
boom!
never heard that.
It was an attention grabber.
And I was like, don't ever in your life send that shit to me ever again.
But see, I think that's why guys
because
do it.
anyone could have seen that, and that could have been a misrepresentation of me. And I was like, don't ever in your fucking life do that. And I blocked him. So
I feel where you're coming from. And the reason I even brought this up is because just this week a bill was signed in Texas that's outlawing dick pics. Like, it's official. There's been talks, but now it is
finally someone came for you. You guys have been coming for our vaginas. We're coming for your dick pics, guys.
Too serious.
I agree. And here's the thing. Here's what I have a problem with. Calling that person who sends you one dick pic, unsolicited dick pic, an harasser or a sexual assailant. I have a huge problem with that.
I think, of course, to anything, I think there's levels to it. Mm-hmm. If it was one and if it happened one time, you're like, listen, I don't appreciate this. I don't want you to send it to me anymore, period. Yeah. And it never happens again. Cool. But if someone keeps doing it, you're like, stop. And they keep doing it.
That's
like,
harassment.
Listen,
That's
stop.
harassment.
I don't
That's
want
not really harassment.
That is absolutely
Paul.
That is
you can easily block that person.
That is absolutely harassment.
But
no, it is not harassment because I feel like it's not like you. It's not like it's in the street. You have control over who texts you. You have control whoever sends you messages.
But if I'm sitting here telling you I don't want them, thanks but no thanks. Please stop sending them to me.
If I had
and then you send me again. The second time it's like clearly you can't read correctly. I'm blocking you and I'm suing you guys.
If I had a woman constantly send me a picture of her titties and I'm like, stop. I'm not going to just be like, stop. I'm going to block it and just end it.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. You are absolutely wrong, by the way.
How am I wrong?
If anyone expresses that they don't want that they don't want the attention that you're giving them, that's harassment. If you continue to do it,
okay.
You have the hold up. No, I'm not done yet. I'm not fucking done yet.
If it's in the streets, yeah, that's harassment. But we're not talking about the streets. We're talking about cellular devices.
That's what we are.
Where you have control over what you send.
Listen,
you have control over what you receive, but you don't have control
over what you receive and who receives it.
No, okay, listen.
Go ahead, Paul.
Like I said, first time, cool. I warned you, like, listen, I don't appreciate these pictures. I don't want them. The second time, that is clear game. You're harassing me.
Yes.
Okay. That's all you need.
The thing is, you shouldn't have to block a motherfucker.
Exactly.
He should respect your
wishes.
wishes.
You're grown as fuck. I sat here and told you what I don't want. If you decide to go against that, then that's on you.
Exactly.
Okay, so let me talk.
Let's go.
Okay, so when you're out in the streets, let's say you got someone harassing you. Yeah. You have someone constantly harassing you. What do you do?
It depends. Like, can you give me more specific?
What's the furthest way you can take it?
How are they harassing me?
Someone's harassing
okay, I'll use it. I'll use it because I'm the woman, so of course I'd probably be more likely to be harassed. If someone keeps grabbing me while I'm out,
right here.
Trying to get my attention.
Let's role play right here. So let's say we dated. You know, we had some sexual things happen, but I took it a little too far, and you weren't happy. And I was like,
what's too far? What's too far?
Yeah, I was about to say.
That's too far. It was like you got in another relationship, but I still was holding on to it, and I was like still hitting you up, still coming to your house, still coming sending you stuff.
Wait. Coming to our house, were you invited?
No. We're just role playing here, but I wasn't invited. I'm just showing up unexpectedly.
Okay.
And I'm clearly harassment.
And let's just say, it's not harassment yet, because did she express to you that she doesn't appreciate you coming there?
She didn't want to appreciate me. What was the next step that you would take with that?
If you showing up to my house, I'm calling the cops.
Exactly.
Okay, that's fair. But listen though. If it happens the first, this is my opinion, by the way. If you popped up at her house unannounced the first time, and she expresses that she don't want your ass coming over there, and you leave, that's not harassment. If your ass continues to either stay there or continue to come back unannounced, that is harassment. For me, I make a distinction between a nigga shooting his shot and continuing to give unwanted behavior. There's a difference. Sending you one unsolicited dick pic, for me, does not count as harassment.
Yeah.
Sending you multiple after you've expressed that you're not into that is harassment.
Okay, look, I'm gonna send my final thoughts on this. So I'm gonna say
we'll see if it's final.
We'll
see.
So the furthest you could take something, I feel like, is getting a what's that called when you go to the judge and they give that order.
Restraining order.
Restraining order. So I feel like when you block someone, that's quote unquote a restraining order on your phone, right? As far as like communication wise, because they can't contact you no more if you
Why I gotta do all that though?
Yeah, exactly. Why do you have to do that?
But you act like blocking someone is taking time out your day. It takes 1 second
to
block someone out your phone.
But also keep in mind, like, we are in the age where they can contact you in so many different ways through different accounts.
I mean, you're better to talk about this, Post. So you talk.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I've known men and women, different situations. Thank God they didn't involve me, where they literally were like making fake accounts and contacting people this way and that way. I'm just like, okay, blocking only does so much. If someone's trying to get your attention and that's what they're trying to do. Yeah. So I'm just saying, if someone, once it's after that first warning and they're still trying to reach out, like, listen, like, I'm doing what I need to do to make sure that I'm safe, because my safety is paramount. I don't give a fuck.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, absolutely. So, because I had a conversation with several females about this. Okay.
And I feel like we experience it more than you guys do.
I'll say that.
So,
I mean, it's my experience,
I got some titty pictures in my day.
But it's not about that. Were they unsolicited titty pictures?
I wasn't trying to
but I mean, like, did you tell them to stop?
Did you
okay, there it is. You didn't tell them to stop.
Maybe I didn't want it that certain time period. I mean,
but nigga, that don't count. It's like you didn't want it to stop. You weren't saying that.
I did want it to stop.
Did you tell them?
But you didn't say anything.
I didn't know how to express myself.
Nigga, say stop. Did you tell them that?
No, I didn't.
All right,
exactly. Because you want to keep that window open just in case if a better time occurred, you get some titties when you get
at the end of the day, I feel like when you're in that moment, you need to have some element of surprise. When I want to see that titties, I don't want to see it through my phone. I want to see it in real life action. Seeing it in the phone doesn't do nothing for me. I'm not about to, that doesn't do anything for me.
I'm not feel that.
So when I want to see it, I want to see it in action in the moment. I don't want to see it in my phone. I don't want to see it. I don't want to think about it. I just want it in my face. So that's just how I feel about it.
So your final thoughts on harassment?
What about harassment?
So that's his final thought.
Because when I'm getting
clearly we're not on the same page.
No, we're not, and it's all good. But I'm just letting it be known. All right, if you continue to get, it don't matter what it is. If you continue, it could be me just poking you, all right, in your arm. If you tell me to stop and I continue poking you, that's harassment. I mean, if I continue any unwanted behavior after you express you don't want it,
I'm just poking you. I mean, that's quote unquote harassment, but is that really that,
No, but everyone's
not
different.
Sexual.
It's not different. It's like, if I don't want no one touching me, then I don't want anyone to touch me.
Harassment has got such a word to where it means so many different things. Harassment means, I'm like stalking you, but I'm just like poking you on the So
I think it becomes harassment, or harassment becomes a part of the conversation once you've expressed that, hey, I'm not comfortable, I don't want this, I don't want you texting me, I don't want you touching me, I don't want you doing whatever blank 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 is. And then at that point, if it continues, then okay, well that comes into the realm of harassment.
I'm not saying harassment doesn't happen, and harassment you can't be established. What I'm saying is we got to be careful. We got to be careful on what harassing is, because harassment charge can end someone's life.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So, I know people send pics unsolicited, but unsolicited, you can easily nip that in the bud right then and there. You can like block someone and tell them no or whatever.
No, it's not even about blocking. Yeah. I'll just tell them stop.
Yeah,
that's it. Just say
stop. The type of person I am, and I hear someone say no or whatever, I'm stopping.
Okay.
So I don't.
Understand, you're not everyone, and not everyone's as level-headed or has like the common sense that you have.
I'm so glad you said that, man, because I was like, oh shit, what is this nigga about to say?
I'm not about to be like, I'm gonna keep probing. I'm not about to keep probing and be like, nah. But I mean,
see how
there's levels. There's levels, because I'm also the type of person that says, oh. I'll play with someone. I'll be like touching them. Yeah, and they'll be like, "Stop touching me." I'm not about to.
But it's also different. It's like if I'm with my homeboy and he's just like messing with me, I'm just like, "Shut up and leave me alone." Like, get out my face. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "I'm gonna call the police."
We gotta be careful with the distinctions.
But if it's a stranger,
and that's all I was trying to say.
I agree with you.
That's all I was trying
to say. Okay, we're on the same page.
I agree with you 100% on that point, which is the problem I want to address with it. A lot of things that I'm gonna say mostly women, because it is mostly women that that are saying
too.
Anyway, it's mostly women. It's
small time.
It's
you
mostly,
see, that was real small.
And it's mostly women who are misused a lot. I'm not gonna say misusing. Let me rewind that back.
I feel like people try to take advantage.
They use the word too loosely.
Yeah.
Harassment, the term is used too fucking loosely.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm thinking from my perspective, like to me, some of the worst crimes, worst crimes to be associated with is a nigga who is guilty of sexual assault and you fuck with kids. To me, those are the worst kind of crimes to be associated with. All right? So the fact that a nigga who sends a dick pic, and in his mind, he's probably like, oh shit, she losing interest. How can I get this chick, how can I turn the tides around? Oh shit, I'm gonna send a Hail Mary. Send this dick pic. And maybe something will happen from it. And gets called a sexual assailant or guilty of harassment.
And
I have a problem with that.
I think that is a really good example to bring up because when I was single, I did have a dude. I went on a date once. Nice guy, just wasn't my type. And he did that, and I just let him know, like, no, I don't appreciate this. Like, I don't want that.
But what if he was your type, though?
That's that. Hey.
But also, keep in mind, even if he was my type, I would let him know, like, I don't appreciate this. But I wish you, like, I want you to.
So
go ahead.
No, but seriously,
I agree with you.
No, I know where you're going with that. But even with guys I've been interested in, I've told them, like, I really don't appreciate that. Because the first time I got it was a dude I was talking to. And I was just like, please don't do that. It's on my phone. People, I have it open. Don't do that. I don't want people to have that thought that I have dick pics just all chilling in my phone.
I think every girl, most girls keep a dick pic library. And it's okay. Niggas are stupid for sending dick pics.
No, I don't.
But, but going off what you said, I want to touch on that.
I was just going to say, I respect what you said. But I feel like a lot of girls, especially if it's the nigga that you're talking to or a nigga that you're interested in.
If it's a nigga I'm talking to, if I'm interested in, then chances are I've seen it in real time. I can go see it in real time. So I don't need you to send me a dick pic.
I think it's only sexual harassment if the dude is unattractive.
Exactly.
It is only sexual harassment if the dude is unattractive.
No.
Yes.
No.
Facts.
Exactly. No.
Go ahead, Poe. No. How am I wrong? Because like you even that I know I'm going.
Because I told you a guy that I was genuinely dating, talking to, interested in, did that, and I had to let him know, like, I don't appreciate that.
You let him know you didn't appreciate it. But if he was an ugly ass nigga who was broke, didn't have shit.
Even the guy wasn't interested. He wasn't broke. He did really well for himself. He wasn't ugly. He just wasn't my type. Like we were in different places at the time. So I'm like, I don't believe in wasting people's time. I just don't.
But he wasn't like attractive in your eyes because of that. And what I mean by attraction, I think men and women have the term attraction is different. I think y'all are attracted to like the entire package, the possibilities, okay? Like if this guy can provide later on, if he has a certain personality, that's what I consider, and that's subjective. So I'm saying, and whoever the woman is, based off their preference, if the man is unattractive, she is most likely to find any unwanted attention from him, harassment. Okay, because I'll perfectly say, I know I'm bringing up a movie, but you ever seen 50 Shades of Grey?
I've never seen that shit.
Okay, well, 50 Shades of Grey, okay, this motherfucker Christian Grey, all right?
No, I agree with that. I know what point you're going to make, and I agree with that, because I was like...
This motherfucker Christian Grey was like a billionaire, and he was stalking this basic chick, okay? This basic chick. He was stalking her, popping up at her jobs, doing all this crazy shit, and she entertained it only because the motherfucker was rich and attractive. If it was a regular neighborhood nigga who was popping up at your job randomly, and you would have called him a stalker and said he was harassing you.
No, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
So and I know that's a fictional example, but even in real life, it is only harassment from what I've seen if the woman is unattractive.
Exactly, easily.
Because they're literally doing the same thing. If a guy that you were interested in, who you were already kind of flirting with, talking sexually with, sent you a dick pic, you might be kind of taken aback by it.
But you're not tripping.
Yeah, you like, all right, I might, like you did, Poe, you might let him know, like, okay, I'm not, but you gonna keep talking to him.
But also, I've never,
talking to him.
Yes, but also at the same time, like, I've never been in a situation where they kept going and they kept sending me stuff and whatever. Like, so, I mean, even the guy that I told him that I wasn't wanting to move forward with whatever with, it's like he stopped doing that, but it's like we're still cool. Like, there's nothing serious.
And then were you to say that you were not even interested in him was like, you weren't feeling him like that.
Yeah.
So
like,
that goes into the opposite.
It's about the right nigga has to send you the dick pic.
The right nigga has to send that shit.
And I disagree. I strongly disagree. That's my final thought.
So you're saying that there is not a right nigga that can send you a dick pic?
No, I don't think that's appropriate. I just don't. We're not.
But
if we're interested in dating, I don't need to.
Which one would you label a sexual harasser or an assailant?
All niggas that send you a dick pic?
No. stop it. I feel like you're trying to be funny. No, but I'm talking about like these guys that like randomly hit you up and they're just like, oh, I think you're so gorgeous. Like, that's cool, thanks. Yeah. But I'm seeing someone or I'm with someone, like I'm not interested or whatever. And they're like, but what about this? Yeah. Like type shit. And I'm just like, that's not helping your case. And no, don't send this shit no more.
Because this is how I look at it, right? Women, guys, we know women have a lot of options, okay? They've always had. But it's even more so now in this current day and age of social media, okay? Because y'all have 100 motherfuckers hitting you up on Instagram, on Tinder, like y'all have endless options, okay? How does a guy make himself stand out? So maybe I'm just going off of what's going on in this man's head that sends the dick pic. Maybe he's thinking, okay, man, she's bored with this conversation. She probably, last chance, balls to the wall, all or nothing.
If you find a chick who will entertain it, good for you. Because I may be part of the small percentage that doesn't.
I think you are.
I might be, and I totally acknowledge that. So, I mean, if you find someone who does it and she responds to you, good for you. Shoot your shot. Do what you do, but that don't got shit to do with me.
That's exactly what it is. He's shooting his shot. That's what I look at.
Now, I feel like there's nothing wrong with that.
But if she expresses, she doesn't want it.
I'm not sending 10 unsolicited dick pics. And that's
even two. If she says that she doesn't want it, you send another one out. That's harassment. But I'm not gonna knock a guy, and I'm not gonna label him one of the worst things in the world because he shot his shot.
Easily.
Of course not.
Because at the end of the day, it's up to the girl to be like, hey, I don't want it. And if she's still sending pics after, hey, I don't want it, then that's on him. Yeah. But if she's not saying anything and he's still sending pics, there ain't no problem with that. And like you said, if a girl's feeling the dude, regardless of what my girl Poe says, if a girl's feeling the dude, she ain't tripping.
By the way, y'all, I know she introduced herself as Rayvn, but I know her as Poe. So we're talking about, that's who we're talking about. Rayvn, Poe, same person.
Yeah. Regardless of what Poe says. If a girl feeling the dude, she gonna fuck with it.
Exactly.
She gonna fuck with it, and she not gonna say shit.
It's only a problem if it is not the nigga that they want.
Yeah. So let's say Chad.
This looks really bad because Poe just left the room, so it's like two niggas talking about what sexual assault is. But she'll be back. But go on.
Yeah. So for example, Chad at the workplace, 6'3" buff dude, gets all the girls at the workplace. He sends you a dick pic. You're like, ooh, Chad just sent me a dick pic. But if it's Billy, overweight dude, 5'8", gut out to his stomach, gut all far wide, whatever. He sends a dick pic. It was like, oh, I'm about to tell HR about this shit. Yeah. That's the difference between the two. And I see it. I see it in the workplace every day, or the place I work at. I see dudes that women are attracted to. Give all the attention in the world, but be the same guy that got attracted to. They're quick to be like, oh, this guy's stalking me. This guy is, and I see it because they tell me about this. I see this in my day-to-day work environment.
Hey, let's change the tides on this. Let's change the tides.
Okay.
What if you receive an unsolicited dick pic?
Hold on.
You heard me.
Me as a straight male.
As a straight male.
So let me tell you a story.
Let's talk about it.
So back in my younger years, I used to work at Six Flags. I feel like that's where every person growing up in the ag, they work at Six Flags. That's how they come up, get their first job, whatever. So I was working at Six Flags, and I was really cool with this gay guy. I forget his name. It was long way back in the gap. But he was cool. He was my manager. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We worked together. We worked closely. He was like, yeah, bada boom, bada bang. We would chat it up.
You might want to use different terminology for that.
What terminology should I use?
I don't know, but bada boom, bada bang. It has different cuts. I'm helping you out. But I mean,
thank you. Appreciate it. So we were just cool. We would chat it up because, we worked in the same environment. We worked in the stores. So we worked in the retail stores. So we would just talk. He was cool. He was a black dude. So it was, you know what I'm saying? We were just talking, chilling. And I'm not homophobic, so I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to be like, I'm not talking to you because you're gay. Because he was obviously gay. But I wasn't, I had a couple gay friends at the time, and I wasn't, tripping about. So I wasn't tripping about him being gay because,
back then
it was just conversation. I'm still not tripping. So, all right. So let me fast forward the story. He ends up getting fired over some shit, and and I'm still working at Six Flags. So, but I guess like a month later after he expired, he texts me. He was like, "Hey, what's up, bro?" I'm like, "What's good, man? How you been?" He was like, I'm doing good. And you know what I'm saying? And so the conversation goes, I forget what we were talking about, but I remember this distinctly. He was like, so I was asking him a question. He was like, yeah, man. Bada boom. He was like, yeah, bada, whatever. He was like, yeah, I gotta tell you something. I was like, what's up? He was like, yeah, man. Let's just call him Jason. Jason at the workplace. Man, I had I wanted to suck his dick so bad. Why he texted me that shit? Text me that shit. I texted him back. I was like, hey, bro, I don't want to hear that shit. I was like, I don't want to hear that shit. And then he texted me back. He was like, and I remember this. He was like, man, no BS. I wanted to suck you up and I wanted to suck your juices. And then I was like, bro. I
don't know what I just walked into.
I was like, bro.
But
that's not cool, bro. And that's what made me think of that thing differently, because I'm still, you know, I don't judge people like that. But when you come on to me and it's a situation
and it's unsolicited.
But
hold on though, that man just shot his shot.
He just shot his shot.
He shot his shot, and I have every right to
block that shit. Huh? Yeah.
You do, just like women do. You do.
I didn't hold it against him. I mean, hey, do you?
Of course. I didn't hold
it. You ain't hold it against him.
I didn't hold it against him.
But if he was attractive, would you have said?
Hey!
Hold on. He shot his shot, and I was like, hey, nigga, nah, nigga. But hey, I was mad, but I wasn't gonna be like harassment. But if it would have came to me, we might have came to fist. But
For what?
I just wasn't trying to hear that shit,
bro. Like, look at this. I've accepted this. I've gotten hit on a couple gay guys before.
I believe it.
Yeah. I don't know what that means, but yeah, it's true. It's true.
I believe it.
Dude. Like, man, I take it as, hey, popping on both sides, I guess. You know, but yeah, man, take it as a compliment.
I mean, I'm not taking it. I'm just saying, like, if you take it past a certain point.
Now, I admit, if a nigga tries to grab my dick, okay, of course, like, I'm going to, defend myself. But it's never come to that.
Why would you have to defend yourself?
What do you mean?
Because he grabbed on his extremity.
Yeah, I know, like, I don't understand the question.
That's like if a dude tried to grab me, tried to Donald Trump me, I might slap the shit out of him.
A lot of people take that out of context. Yeah. Donald Trump said that he was saying as a rich guy, you can go into a room, you can grab women by the pussy and they will allow it. That was, a lot of people leave that part out. Yeah. He was making a point that women will compromise their morals for fame and success, which is actually
true.
That's some women will.
It's true.
Like,
it's true.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
Okay, a lot of people, but anyway, that's another thing. But
I was just using it as the example instead of saying grab it by the pussy, but since we doing it.
Yeah.
But Paul, but you walked in on is I switched the question on him, and I was like, what if he got an unsolicited dick pic?
I've been unsolicited, and I let him know. I was like, hey, that's not cool. And I did what I had to do. I was like, hey, I was like, hey, I'm not with that. I'm not cool with that. And then I blocked him. And then I never heard from him again. And life was gravy. Life was good. Yeah. So, I mean, I just felt like that's all you need to do.
I never blocked anybody,
to be a man.
I've never blocked.
Glorious.
I've never blocked anybody, though. That's the thing. Like, I've
never blocked anyone.
Yeah. But again, though, those guys, they respected boundaries, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, they understood that I wasn't with that, and they...
I mean, did they really, though? Because, I mean, they still shot their shot.
They shot it one time.
They shot it, but once they got denied, they're like, okay, cool.
Exactly.
Bow out.
And I'm not going to call them a fucking predator or anything because, they shot the shot. It didn't go in. And, that is cool.
Yeah.
So, speaking of which, this brings up, we got to talk about Black Mirror. Mm-hmm. Black Mirror. So...
I'm the one who hasn't seen the episode, so please catch me up.
So, for those who don't know the show Black Mirror, okay, there's a lot going on. But basically, it's a series on Netflix, and the theme overall is technology fucks us all in. Okay,
it's
that's pretty much the theme.
Series.
Really satiric. I would recommend y'all watch it. Okay, that's the most basic way I could break it down. But there's this most recent episode, okay, which makes you question what is really gay. All right.
That doesn't really make you question.
It does make you. It raises a very good question.
It does not make you question.
So there's this episode, and it was. First, let's pull out the back. Let's give them props. This is an all black, pretty much majority black episode.
And I don't
think.
I don't like them putting the image out that the gay episodes that they put out, they have to put a
no, fuck that. Okay,
like Post said, it's like we're the gatekeepers of what shit is cool. And I mean, if th're trying to put that agenda out there,
there's gay black men. Okay, I'm saying the gay black men are the ones who are like
for the Black Mirror, the first episode for it to be first episode of all black people to be about gay shit.
No. That wasn't the first. No, actually, I think that might have been the first episode all black. But they did have several episodes that focused on black people. But I don't know all black.
No,
there was the one with the fucking there was the one with the fucking the roaches. Okay, where they were like, there's levels to it where it was basically they.
Oh yeah, I'm not
gonna waste time for people that haven't watched the show to see it.
Yeah.
But let's keep it moving.
There's only
keep it moving. This is the first episode where everybody in the episode was black.
So y'all, for all you who don't watch Black Mirror, it doesn't matter. The question, this is the scenario. These two friends, both black guys. One is married, the other is single. These two friends meet each other online in a video game. One has the character of this Japanese female. It's a fighting game. And the other one has like a Japanese like male fighter, whatever, right? And there it's gotten to a point where the characters are fucking each other in the game. But keep in mind, it's these men who are controlling the players. It's a simulation. They have on like the goggles. We're there now. They have on the simulation goggles and they're fucking each other.
So this is like Ready Player One type shit.
Yeah.
Kind of, and they're fucking each other on the game.
It's like Street Fighter, but in your minds.
Yes. Yeah. So they're fucking each other on the game. So my question is that gay?
Yes.
Is it Jedi?
Yes. Bro, it's all in the mind. That's where it starts. So yeah.
Oh, here's the thing though. When it came to real life, they wouldn't fuck with each other like that. They weren't into it. But when it came to the game, and keep in mind, one is controlling a male character.
Okay, so maybe
one's controlling the female character.
Maybe it's not gay, but it's like whatever you want to call like bisexual or computer sexual.
I came up with a term. I call it gay adjacent.
Okay, well there you go. Yes,
it's gay adjacent. It's not. It's not gay. It's not gay. It's gay, but it's not gay.
There's no such
partially
thing.
gay.
If that shit is gay, that shit is gay.
Like there's no such thing.
It's gay adjacent because they would not fuck with you. It's like this. Okay, you have certain things that are gay adjacent. Actually, the reason I was about to bring up, I'm gonna say it's just gay. I was gonna say gay for stay in prison. Okay, what if a guy in prison who is locked up for life fucks men in the ass but pretends it's a woman? Is that gay?
Yeah,
because you're actually.
I ain't ass.
Yeah,
anytime you're fucking with someone of the same sex, that's gay.
There's levels. Now, what
There's
if
no levels? That shit is just gay.
Now, what if you enter a chat room, right?
And
your Abby, okay, and for those old niggas who don't know what an Abby is, okay, your Abby is like your personal. It's like your representation online.
Represents who you are.
Yeah, your representation online. Let's say you have an attractive male avatar, and your friend or this guy, random person online, has an attractive female avatar. What if they're talking dirty with each other, as if it was an actual man or woman? Is that gay or is that gay?
It's gay if they know they're talking to a guy.
Exactly. I see where you stand on this. Yo, like I think.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, I have a question. So, did the guys know at the beginning of the episode that they're both men?
Yeah, they met. Like they got on the game together.
Friends. Oh, so they're best friends.
Yeah, they're hella cool.
They didn't get on the game and become best friends. They were best friends before.
They were hella cool already.
Okay, yeah, that's gay. Just for some fact, like why do you have
super gay?
I have so many questions. Like, why do you have a female character? A.
Yes.
B. Why are y'all fucking?
A lot of people do that though. I've seen that. A lot of dudes will have like.
Nah, unless you're Street Fighter and
I've never picked Mortal Kombat and pick the chick.
Right.
But I have.
Hold up. Chun-Li can fuck niggas up.
That's what I said. Unless you're doing Street Fighter and you're Chun-Li.
A Mortal Kombat and pick Chun-Li. I always pick the nigga.
But I'm saying, but Chun-Li fuck niggas up.
All right.
So what's her name from Mortal Kombat? Sonya fuck niggas up. Yeah. I'm saying there's old ass female characters.
I was always Scorpion.
All right, that's you. But I have nothing against a nigga who wants to pick Sonya.
But after you like KO a nigga, you're not about to fuck him. So like there's a difference.
Never mind. This is the future. This is the future.
Exactly. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like it's different if they didn't know each other. They just like spoke. It's like. With you guys are visual. Like, I understand that you can, like, almost, like, fantasize in your mind of what you want to do. Because, like, porn is a thing. So I mean, I totally understand that.
So
but with them knowing each other,
well,
that's what I'm saying. With them knowing each other and being best friends and playing, that's gay.
And you don't understand the context of the show, but it's pretty futuristic. So it's like they put on the goggles, like the virtual reality goggles, but it's like they're actually experiencing.
Like I said, if it's like Ready Player One, I think I have a good game.
Yeah, mentally, it's like they're actually experiencing.
Yeah.
It. But when they got around each other, because eventually they came to a point. I know it's too late to say spoiler alert, but we already did. We already here. All right. But when they got together, they were like, okay, we gotta see if we're really gay. Basically, if we're really gay or not. And they met each other and they tried to kiss, and it just wasn't happening.
Man, if you have to ask, are you gay or not? You're gay.
I think it's a good. I feel you. A certain degree.
Come on, man.
I feel it's like what's his name? Fucking Macklemore. When he was talking about when I was in 3rd grade, I thought I was gay. You remember that song?
No.
Fuck yeah, but I've never fucked with Macklemore. So.
Macklemore's trash. Make no mistake.
Yeah,
but like going on, it's like it has you. It like the show. It doesn't matter if you even watch this show or not. But just given the question, raise the good question: what is gay?
That shit is gay.
I think there's levels to this shit.
Dick in your mouth is gay.
Because in real life, one of the friends was married. He was married. He was, but he got off on fucking his friend who was looking like a woman online.
And he knew it was his friend. So that's gay. To me.
But think about it this way, though. Think about it this way. It's like if you meet a chick who you can relate to as like one of the boys.
And then you find out she's like a transgender?
No comment.
I feel like that's kind of the same concept.
It kind of is, though. It kind of is.
I feel like it's the same concept.
But let's
not
say,
dissing it by any means, like.
Because like I always had like this thing, like if I wasn't in a relationship with a woman, I would like to have like a friend, like a female friend that. Like I was cool with. It's like one of the boys.
Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there.
Yeah.
Let me stop you there.
What's up?
So if you had the same relationship instead with a dude, would that compensate for the female? Would you still have that same relationship with the dude? Like let's say you were single and you were cool with this dude and y'all just had a relationship to where y'all just vibe like that. Would you fuck the dude?
That would not happen.
Not with me.
Not with me.
Because that's some gay ass shit, right?
That's gay.
That's some gay ass.
Yeah. In my opinion, my argument is gay.
Yeah.
But it's a good conversation of like what is really. I think there's levels to gay.
But I think people always think gay as a negative connotation. Like, no, it's not a negative connotation. I feel like if that's your preference, cool. But if it's not, then it is. But also at the same, the way you're just going so hard.
Hold on.
We have recordings, man.
I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping. If that's what you want to do. I'm not trying to do that shit. I love females too much. I love women. I think women are the most beautiful creatures in the world. I feel like, as a man,
I agree.
You have no reason to.
Would you fuck a woman on a virtual reality thing if she took the avatar?
I like fucking women in real life, not in virtual reality. So.
Well, I mean, that's going to be the futuristic, like dirty talk over the phone.
No, in all aspects of my life, I'm gonna be fucking women in actual real life. I'm not gonna be fucking women in my minds. Okay. I'm gonna be actually
in my mind.
But let's talk about like these young boys and young girls coming up.
All
right.
But it's different though, I think, for them because I feel like everything is readily available. So I think bisexuality is something that's just a norm.
Have y'all heard about them sex dolls?
Like basic sex dolls?
Yeah. Nah, they're like them robots.
No, they're legit. Like you can pretty much make like your fantasy woman.
Yeah, your fantasy woman. They got like robots and shit. So what it is like they got robots, and so you can make your robot how you want it. You can have big titties or whatever you like, whatever piques your interest.
Yeah,
they have these robots, and pretty much they got everything, every body part. They got a pussy. You can stroke the robot, and then you come inside the robot.
Nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
That ain't a problem. Make you gay.
Yeah, I was like, that ain't a problem.
But yeah,
that makes you lonely as fuck. But
yes, absolutely.
But here's the thing: they also got male robots. If you like male and male.
But that's your preference.
But they also,
it's your preference.
But here's the thing: in China, they also make like kid robots. So.
Oh, that's not cool.
You know.
That's not cool. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah. So, I mean, where do we draw the line here? You know, I mean,
clearly we draw the line at kids.
Yeah, we clearly draw the line at kids. I mean, we clearly. I just feel like with the whole gay thing, I'm for it. Whatever, do what you do. Do what you do. That's fine. I'm not the judge. But what I'm gonna say is this. What you do, you do. What you do, what you do. I'm just saying.
It's not your preference.
It's not my preference.
Okay.
I'm not. Thank you.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I do what I do.
I'm trying to tiptoe around.
I know, like, no, just like it's just not what you like, and that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like I totally agree. Just like if a chick hit on me
Uh-huh.
or whatever, like I'm
You
not
never
into
thought
it.
about. You never thought. It never crossed your mind.
No, I mean I'd be lying if I was younger and naive and curious about everything.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, would I be into women? Would
Yeah.
that be a thing?
Yeah.
But I'm just
Have you
like,
ever been into women? If you don't mind me
No.
asking?
I think women are absolutely beautiful, and I think when I was younger I misconstrued it just because I
So
think
in your
women
younger
are,
years, you would have been down for it.
No, I'm not saying I'd be down for it, but I'm just saying the thought crossed my mind where I was just like, I might be just because I like women. You can just bust in and say that. But no, I think women are absolutely beautiful. There's nothing like us.
They are.
I mean,
there's nothing like a beautiful woman.
and it's just
or
kind of
women,
like,
period.
it's intoxicating. Just like I would never be interested in going to a male strip club, but I love going to the female strip club.
So, Poe, what do you think about a guy who has had a sexual experience with another man, but claims to like women? I mean, he does. He
That shit is
expresses.
gay.
I know your opinion, but I want to know what the women think. I want to know what the women think because all the women that I talk to, Poe, what do you think?
Honestly, I feel like
Shit is gay.
Well, I think that just goes into the realm of bi. You have to acknowledge
No,
your
you're
bias.
you're either straight or you gay. You're either straight.
And I don't believe that just because I have friends who are bi.
So
and
let me
spit
spit some hypotheticals at you.
No, because hypothetical we can do all day.
We can
Well,
do all
what
day.
if-
What I
What
wanna
if
talk
we can
to,
do
Poe,
all
this
day?
is what I wanna talk about.
Would you have sex with a man that has sex with men?
Yes. Let's just say the motherfucker been dick free for
Hold
10
on.
years.
Would you
All
have
right?
sex with men would you have sex with a man
He
that
been
has
dick,
sex with men?
before he met you. He been dick free for 10 years and only has messed with women since then. Is that gay?
To me,
Or would you be attracted
I
to him?
would not be interested.
Because you don't fuck with that shit.
Because I don't.
But you seem like you one of those types, like a lot of women are, where they agree with sexual fluidity. And
I do, but that's up to you. It's up to the individual. And me as an individual, I wouldn't be down for it. I respect it for you, like, trying out and seeing what you like, but I just don't want to be another tester doll.
Okay.
Like, because I'm not going to have us being...
Well, no, let's say you're not...
like, oh, by the way, here goes Tim. Who the fuck is Tim?
Let's not say you're the tester doll, but let's just say he experienced it. It wasn't really for him, and he's committed to women.
That's great. He can
sucked
commit to a woman who's down.
He sucked the dick once, and he's like, not for me, and here he is. Y'all are together.
What if he did it like as like a prostitute? Like he didn't enjoy it, but he did it because
Why are you struggling like that? Like,
Poe, I like your reaction though to the question that I asked. Okay, so hold on, Poe.
Which one?
The one where I asked you.
Prostitute,
Hold on. So your man, let's just say you're the one that you're currently dating. All right. Let's just say just somehow. I don't know his story, but let's just say let's just say somehow though where y'all are right now, he reveals to you maybe back in college or whenever you sucked a dick before. He realized it wasn't for him, and
I feel like that's
here
what
y'all
he should
are.
have told me in the beginning.
What's the difference though?
And we wouldn't need.
What's the difference?
Y'all need some therapy.
He needs some therapy.
Why is that?
Well, I mean, God.
Now everybody can use therapy, by the way.
Well, yes,
But
yes.
yeah.
Shout out to therapy. It's a healthy decision. Don't make anyone make you feel bad for wanting to seek therapy or go through it.
But Poe, why don't you fuck with the guy
Don't be that toxic black male. Don't do that.
I'm good.
Yo, black men go to therapy.
That's great, but just because you do therapy does not mean that you're bad in your life. But anyway, I think I just don't know. Just because I've never been in that situation, I feel like any answer that I give you wouldn't be genuine. And I can say all day like, oh, well, I don't know, and we could talk about it or whatever.
Just give me the genuine answer, okay? Would you want to fuck with him? You do know, okay? Would you?
I don't think I would.
Okay,
I don't
there
think
it is.
I would. I don't.
There it is.
I don't.
So you would not want to continue to fuck with this guy if you knew that he sucked the dick
No,
in his
because
past.
I don't trust him.
Because you have too much competition.
No, it's not about competition. It's just that, like, that's weird. Why would you lie about this far?
He never lied. It just never came out.
Omitting the truth is the same as lying. Fuck what anyone else says.
All right.
Exactly.
I accept that.
Thank you.
I accept that.
Because if it's a completely different conversation, I'm sure, because it's guys. But if I was just like, yeah, by the way, I forgot to tell you I fucked with girls.
Have you?
Or I was a prostitute. Like, no.
That's some shit that
okay,
should come up.
You gave me 2 no's, okay?
That's some shit that should come up.
Exactly. That should come up early. If we're like, hey, I'm feeling you, like, you're feeling me. Yeah. I feel like I want to take you to the next level, or I can see a future with you. Yeah. I think I should tell you something so I'm not leading you on into a situation.
Now, if y'all were just fucking, it doesn't have to come
exactly.
up.
I'm like, if we are just dating or whatever, and maybe we had sex once, and you're like, oh, by the way, I fucked with the guys. I'm like, oh, we're not fucking again. Like, I'm like, go do your thing. We can be cool, but never like that. Like, that's just what it is.
Okay.
That's how I feel about it.
So you don't fuck with niggas who experiment, and that's perfectly fine.
Hey, EJ, you experiment?
Nigga.
I mean, I don't know.
For people who like, well, okay, answer, nigga. No, I don't.
Okay. No, do you guys watch? Okay, just a random question. Do you guys watch Insecure?
Yes.
Okay, I feel like I'm Molly.
I know what you're talking about.
I feel like I'm Molly when I'm just like, oh.
But see, it's funny because like a lot of women that I met recently, they seem to be on this like wave of like, shit, we could have more fun together if I knew that you were, you experiment. You were both ways.
Hold on. So the women are on the wave. Let me get this straight. Women on the wave now. I can like.
I'm not gonna speak generally.
No, because you're thinking about the other spectrum. We're on the other end.
Yeah. Hold on. So y'all talking about running a train?
No. Well, I don't know.
I think that's what you're talking about,
here's the thing. I'm not interested in that.
Oh, because that's what I thought he was going for.
Well, hold on. Well, listen. I can't speak for them. I know what I want.
What do you want?
You mean a fucking woman? Like,
okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe 2. But. No niggas in the picture, but that is me personally.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've talked to a lot of women who are like on this like, and I do agree that sexuality is a spectrum. However,
you agree with that?
I do. But however, I'm not the type.
5 genders and shit.
I'm not the type to say I don't believe in labels. I like labels. I like labels. Okay. In my opinion, if you fuck the same sex, you're gay.
And so then you're not with that shit then. You can't say that and then be like, oh.
No, but at the same time, I do believe human beings are capable of being sexually fluid. But I do think
what
labels.
What does sexually fluid mean?
It means you might be in the mood for some pussy majority of the time.
Animals too. You can fuck a cow and
there's bestiality. There's bestiality.
Yeah. So do you feel like
I don't approve of it, but that's not my life.
Yeah.
Okay. So
what's your question?
You feel like that's acceptable?
What's your question? Bestiality or just in general?
Sexual fluidity. Sexual fluidity.
Is it acceptable?
I include bestiality. So you think that's acceptable?
No.
So you include bestiality in sexual fluidity?
I do. In your opinion, that's how you stated it to me.
Listen. Okay, all right.
You brought up like fucking
here's
animals,
the thing.
So.
Here's the thing.
You said fluidity.
Hold on.
I'm including everything.
Hold up. Hey, Poe, he asked me the question. I'm going to answer your question the best I can.
That's a yes or no question. You don't have to explain.
No, I do because.
No, you don't. It's a yes or no question.
No.
Are you cool with people fucking pigs?
It's deeper than that though.
No, am
I cool with people fucking pigs?
Yeah, that's a yes or no.
Fuck whoever you want to fuck. Now, however,
listen.
You cool with that shit?
You are cool with that.
Listen. However, if what I also believe that pedophilia is a sexuality.
That's fluidity.
And with I know exactly. And that's why I'm conflicted about this because.
So it's a yes or no question.
But it's not, because it's a gray area. You can't just make
there are gray areas.
Fuck a gray area. There's a man and a woman.
Listen.
There's an adult man and an adult woman.
Listen.
God make it very simple for us.
Listen, I'm okay with a motherfucker fucking a pig over fucking a little kid.
Are you cool with that?
Am I cool with a motherfucker fucking a pig over a little kid? Absolutely. I'd rather you fuck 100 pigs than try to mess with a little kid.
I'm cool with you that you shouldn't fuck either.
Well, I mean, that's easy. Come on. But like, you.
Well, obviously.
No shit.
What you believe or what you not believe.
But you're asking me, do I believe in sexual fluidity? Yes. I do believe that sexuality is fluid. However.
So you believe that people should fuck kids. People should fuck pigs.
Here's the misconception.
People should fuck anything they want to fuck
Here's the misconception with you. You think by me saying I believe in means that I condone. Those are two totally different things. All right?
Believe and condone means I believe.
Do I believe?
You can do it.
No, it doesn't.
Condone means.
No, it doesn't.
You can do it, but I'm not gonna trip if you do it or not do it. It just has nothing to do with me.
But it doesn't have to do with you.
That's what that means.
That's
what I'm saying.
That's like
if you do that shit, I don't fuck with that shit. I see that shit. I'm not fucking with that shit regardless of that shit.
But saying you don't believe, saying you believe in something, you know it's possible.
Condoning that shit means you see that shit, but you turn a blind eye to that shit.
True. True. I don't condone the shit. I don't.
You condone
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Okay.
I never said that I condone people fucking animals or condone people fucking kids. Okay? I know it happens, unfortunately. I'm not with that shit.
Yeah.
I do believe that sexual fluidity is a thing. However, I believe there are also laws in place for a reason. Okay, you're a sick motherfucker if you want to fuck animals and especially fuck children. You're a sick motherfucker who needs to be put down. Well, for the children, for animals, I don't know, maybe therapy or some shit. But if you're attracted to children, take them out.
Here, so with your sexual fluidity, you believe in that shit, but you don't believe in sexual fluidity minus the pigs and the kids.
I feel like you're having a problem like differentiating the two.
But I don't think you understand what I mean when I say I believe and I condone. There's a difference.
But there's no difference. Believe
there's a difference.
Believe like you agree with
I feel like you're being devil's advocate, and I feel like you want that to be the answer, but that's not. I'm sorry because you want it to be black and white, but it's not black and white. Sexuality will never be black and white as much as we want it to be, just because everyone has their own experiences, has their own purposes.
Sexuality will never be black and white because you can fuck anything you want to fuck.
You could.
Exactly.
But spirituality, and honestly, it's only man and woman. And if you're man, you can only fuck a woman. If you're a woman, you can only fuck a man.
That's not true. Bro, you're in 2019. That is far from the truth.
You can condone where you're coming from. You can honestly condone fucking whatever you want to fuck. But spirituality?
You can fuck a pillow.
You can't condone everything, but you can be like, that's your life. Do what you want.
Exactly. Unless, again, I am not condoning.
We're not. There's a not in front of that.
I'm making a perfect sense. I am not condoning anybody messing with a fucking kid. However, I'm not going to deny that that's not a possibility. I think for you, honestly, I feel like pedophilia is a sexuality, but I think it's fucked up. I think that person is fucked up.
It should never be okay.
And needs help before they act on it. Should they choose to act on it?
They need to be castrated.
Take this motherfucker. No, fuck a castration. Take his head off. All right? I believe that some toys come out the factory broken. All right? And they need to be put down. That is my stance on it. So
but you condone it, though.
What the
fuck?
Are you listening?
Now. Let's change subjects.
No, what are you saying?
I mean, but you condone.
He literally just said, I do not.
What's the contradiction from you condone, but you condone the fact that you have the option of sexuality.
You're not listening.
Because you can't control anybody else.
There's so many.
Do what they want to do.
There's so many things that you
condone the option.
I don't condone the option.
But I don't understand. I don't understand.
We know you don't understand.
I don't understand how the option is even available to you to even do that shit.
Bro, it's like saying that I know that motherfuckers are capable of.
Motherfuckers are capable of doing a lot of shit.
That's like me. That's like me saying that I know.
Condone that, right?
Listen.
Okay,
shut the fuck up and listen. That's like me saying that I understand and believe that there are white devils out here who would condone or who would send 5 black kids. And ruin their fucking lives. I know that is a possibility. I understand that. Do I condone that? Absolutely not. But I understand that as a possibility.
Let me make this simple for everyone to understand.
I think everybody got it.
Everybody got it
but you. Okay, so make me understand. So as far as sexuality, what do you condone?
What do I condone?
Yeah, what do you condone?
Anything that's consensual and not with a kid.
Or with animals.
Honestly, you want to fuck animals, that's your business. I'm not on PETA, all right? So if that's not me, that's not my morality. But don't fuck with kids and don't rape anybody.
I understand that. But with the kids, you easily can make an argument that with sexuality, that's the next step as far as...
No, it's not. That's bullshit.
That's the next step.
No.
There's this kid. I don't know his name. I'm not into that realm. But there's a drag kid he's like 9 years old. Mm-hmm. You can look him up if you're interested.
Okay.
This 9-year-old drag kid. He goes to all these drag shows, and he goes.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
I think I do.
He's like famous. He's like famous, and I hear it, and he goes to all these drag shows, and they're pretty much quote unquote they pimp him out to all these gay clubs, and he strips and does all that shit. Under the premise
when you say kid, he's 9 years.
He's 9 years old.
Oh, all the
he like dances
die.
and stuff.
He
right?
like dances and stuff. He dances and stuff in front of all these gay people, but it's under the realm of, spiritual. It's under the realm of, you do what you do. That's my lifestyle. I'm happy.
Okay. About that, I think you need to make a distinction between being gay and being a pedophile. There's a big difference.
But now it's going to like 9. It's going to kids. So kids are now going into these clubs.
So we're stepping into pedophilia.
I mean, I'm not.
What I think
no,
you don't understand
is
there's a difference.
Child, so doing sexual or somewhat
and honestly,
explicit things, so that would tap into pedophilia.
Those motherfuckers should be killed, every last one of them. Mm-hmm. All right, you do any harm to a child, you deserve to die. I don't care what anybody says.
The kid is doing it on his own free will.
Fuck that. No,
when you're 9 years old, there is no free will.
I mean, the kid is doing it.
A kid's free will?
Yeah. The kid is doing it.
What the fuck is a kid's free will?
Yeah.
Hold on, don't try and put it to me like I'm cool with this.
As a father of a 10-year-old.
Hold on. Don't put it to me. Don't try to turn this on me and say I'm cool with this.
No one said that you were cool with it.
Listen.
But I'm like, what the? Go ahead. No, what the fuck is a kid's free
will?
Hold on. Does your 10-year-old have free will?
No.
Exactly. So what are you talking about?
Someone is pimping this kid out in the
yes, and that's
they deserve to be the worst thing happen to them.
Or they need to something needs to happen. That's not
I'll say it.
I'm cool with that. Okay.
Bro, I don't know what you're arguing right now.
Whole circle for you. Exactly.
Okay. So I don't know what you're arguing right now.
We're not here with this. I
made my point very clear.
Okay,
I believe that sexuality is a fluid thing. Is a fluid system.
I don't know how you can limit the fluidity.
However,
I don't know how you can.
But it's not with us
condoning.
Hold on. I'm not cool with that. I'm cool with this, but I'm not cool with that.
What are you pointing at for those listening?
I'm pointing at, so you're saying you're cool with them fucking pigs, but you're not cool with fucking kids. Fluid means fluid fucking everything.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
You pulled that out your ass. Yeah. You literally pulled that out your ass.
Fluid, because God made it very simple. It's man and woman, 18 and up. When you say
wait,
I was saying 18
hold on. Did you say God invented 18 and
up? Are you saying like what?
I mean, that is. Okay.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you want to retract that?
Let me clarify. It's very simple. There's 2 genders, man and woman. 17 and up is the accepted age range, right?
No, not in all places.
Not in all places. I was gonna say.
The Bible, they were like marrying at like 12,
That's a fact.
Okay.
That's a fact.
Man and woman.
Since we want to go biblical,
this is why I say there's a distinction between pedophilia and a creep who likes underage girls. There's a difference between you're attracted to a 16 or 17-year-old who's shit. But let's just keep it real. There's like certain 17. Shit, hold on.
Say it.
Hold up.
Don't think about it. Say it.
No, listen.
No.
Obviously, there are. After you hit puberty, obviously you develop certain parts. Okay, you develop so obviously. All right. Human biology, you would be attracted to those parts. Back in the day, and when I say back in the day, this was back in like you referring to Bible times and shit. There was no such thing as statutory rape and shit. 14-year-olds, 13-year-olds were getting married off. Okay, it's only in our modern society that we place these limits on age. So that's why I'm saying the difference between pedophilia and statutory rape is the difference between being attracted to someone who's 17 versus 7. Okay, pedophilia is you being attracted to a prepubescent child.
Right.
All right, but we have laws put in place where I think 18 is just simply the age of accountability. It's the age where you're held accountable as an adult to make your own decisions. That's all it is. Let's just be honest. Kylie Jenner, so many niggas want to run through Kylie. There was no difference.
I didn't want to run through her at the age of 18. I don't want to run through her now. I didn't want to run through her when she was underage.
That matters the fuck because she was dating Tiger.
Listen though.
She was like,
but what is the difference between 17-year-old Kylie and 18-year-old?
I mean,
not a damn thing. Not a damn thing.
I mean, 17 is the age of consent, though. So you mean?
Well, they started dating at like 6.
That's not in all states. That's not in all states.
I mean, but in the state that we live in now.
In Texas, it's 17, but there's a 5-year limit. So yeah, you could be 22 and mess with a 17-year-old to be okay.
Okay.
But after that, I show ass. Yeah. Let me see.
I'm not Tigers. I as a man in my stature, I've never dated, been interested in, looked at in that type of way a 17-year-old.
That's good to know.
Good for you.
All right,
look at you.
Yeah, I'm going to get into this
Do what you're
reparation
supposed
shit.
to do.
All right, let's see. All right. Hey, hold on. Let's slow down the outro. Let's see if we can get this out in 2 minutes. Okay. Reparations. We're gonna touch on this next week. All right, we're gonna touch on this some more.
I'm gonna say how I feel about that shit right now. Right,
yeah.
Record. That shit ain't happening. I'm not for that shit. That shit is not. That shit. Black people need to get that shit out their way.
Oh man.
Y'all need to just do a whole episode.
Yo. Okay. Hey. Jay, I'm gonna talk to you afterwards, man. We gotta talk about this one. We gotta talk about this reparation shit. All right. Poe, I already have a feeling how you feel. We go talk.
Exactly,
we go
like it's
we go unpack this one, okay? Yeah. But all right, go ahead and cue the outro. But yo, it's Ejike Jamal, all right, and just to give y'all a few updates, okay? So as far as the show goes, y'all already know the situation with Nana Man. I'm just gonna ask all the frequently asked questions, okay? Where's Nana Man? Y'all already know what happened as far as me and his relationship. There isn't one. Do I have a grudge against him? No. But we haven't spoken since then. But I hope he's living his best life. We're good. I mean, we're not good. But it's unresolved. That's what it is. It's unresolved. But no grudge. As far as Dez goes, Dez is no longer on the show. But when me and Dez, man, that's the homie. We're still talking. She's doing her own thing. I want y'all to follow her, okay? At Desi Cakes. All right, it's Desi Cakes. Dez is on this mental health journey. She's doing a lot of positive videos, okay, talking about her experiences, going through therapy for the first time, and just digging deep, being revealing some of her vulnerability, her issues that a lot of y'all can relate to. So, and we're in the talks. We're planning on doing certain things. I don't want to say too much because I don't know what Dez's timeline is looking like. But y'all should just go ahead and follow Dez, man. She's kicking out some dope shit. Much love to Dez. She's always welcome to the show. Don't get it fucked up. Always has a seat here. What else? Those were the frequently asked questions. As far as the future of this show, man, I'm kind of thinking I kind of want to do something different. But I'm just gonna let this shit just ride out, just see how it rocks. But I'm planning on. I still have these thoughts. I still have these ideas. I just want to get something out that's different. I just want to do something different. But until I figure out what that thing is, I'm gonna just keep rocking. keep giving y'all what y'all want. So I appreciate y'all for following us, sticking with us. You can follow me at Ejike Jamal, Ejike Jamal. Follow us at We The Safe Place. Okay, on IG and Twitter. We're on your favorite podcast app. We're on YouTube. All that. Hey, Poe, talk your shit.
Well, it's always a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me. And you can see me at I Am The Poe on Instagram. So come check me out. I just got the big chop, so I'm probably going to do some things in regards to that on my hair and how to get it going and what I've had to go through to even get to this point. So you guys stay tuned.
Yeah. L2, go ahead and talk your shit, man.
What's up, world? I mean, I'm just chilling, what I'm saying? I'm on my hot boy summer, so,
Your fuck boy. That's that shit.
You know what I'm saying? So, y'all can live vicariously through me. It's all good. I'm just, living my best life. So, shout out, you know what I'm saying? Regardless, I was here with Nana Man. Shout out to my boy, Nana Man. That's my boy. Regardless of the situation that went down, that's always going to be my dude. Shout out to Desiree, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of the beef that's going on, we still all fam, at the end of the day.
Beef between who?
Beef between them two.
Oh, okay. I just want you to clarify. People might be confused.
No beef. No beef in my realm. It's just all love and happiness, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, shout out to everyone, you know what I'm saying? Everybody enjoy the rest of their day. Have a good Sunday. Chill out, Hot boy summer, hey.
Yo, and on that note, it's the Problematic Safe Place. We out. Peace.